I
So
mean,
what is third streaming? I don't even know. I don't care. So,
stupid monkey movie with Clint Eastwood. It's a dumb movie. So
Any which way
stupid.
but lose.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
yeah, I'm not watching that.
You're like,
but-
Clint, what are you doing with your life, bud? What is going on right now? Has it got Dolly Parton down there?
Yeah.
Look at the poster.
Oh my lord, Dolly Parton is looking still so good. Like, did you guys see it with the halftime show? Pretty good. With the football game? Super Bowls.
I didn't watch Super Bowl.
You didn't watch it? You guys, you used to like leave DC to go watch football like every Did you protest it like my dad did? My dad was like, there's going to be done with the fucking Super Bowl NFL psyops from the government. And I watched it and I was like, no, that was a fucking wicked ass game, dude. My kid even got into it. So it went into overtime.
No.
And he's like, this is intense.
Okay, so you would get me there on everything else. If there was any other issue with government or Jews or something like that, yes.
I mean, it's a big Illuminati.
That is not why I don't like. I don't watch it.
So you just watch college ball. I didn't realize that. I thought, okay.
I just watch college football. Yeah. We're SEC. What do you think? Come on.
I don't pay attention much to college sports anymore. So.
I don't pay attention to any sports.
I don't either, and I honestly have not watched. I didn't watch a single game. I like the Super Bowl because it's weird. It's an actual fucking ritual, an Illuminati ritual. So I'm going to partake in it.
Well,
and I let my kid partake in it, and he was so excited.
Well, I mean,
and Usher was there. It took me back, Artie. I was like,
isn't football basically just like a gladiatorial thing or whatever? I mean, that's basically, we love seeing the feats of strength or whatever.
It is gladiatorial because you have this big arena, right? It's an arena sport. And that's kind of drilled into us. We've done arena sport since caveman days, really.
But it's just with college, at least it's there's just a whole
it is nice.
Thing around people who went to that college, and
I was thinking about taking Riley to a U of A basketball or football game. He liked it. He'd probably really enjoy that. So.
We throw out thousands upon thousands of dollars. You're like, well, I guess I better get my money's worth.
The whole reason, you know how I complain? I complain about work and the budgets and stuff when I'm curating stuff. It's because the university wants so much money to put into to sports. Mm-hmm. So it's coming. So all of these rates and fees are being raised so that they can put in a new football field or new and so and that trickles down to my job. So the whole reason I'm getting fucked is because
property taxes so that the local high school can build a bigger stadium, which I'm not for that. All I'm saying is that's it does bring in a shit ton of money. But
we used to have spring training for baseball, right? Actually major league baseball. Spring training used to be in my city. Yep. And it brought in so much money to our city. It was so nice. And then they decided that they wanted to move it to Phoenix. And that completely drained us. Our city gets poorer and poorer because they're moving all these things out. And I mean that kind of shit, it does it brings in money to your city. It really does.
You know, the only time I ever appreciated football truly was I was watching a documentary about O.J. Simpson, and he played football and he ran the ball really fast, and I could see why people were amazed by it. He was incredibly good at it.
Plus, I played sports my whole life. It was kind of our thing, and then just back in the day,
I dated two football players. I was the water girl, so I was a cheerleader for a long time in Pop Warner, not in high school or anything. I was more into other stuff.
Cutest little.
But I'll try to find pictures and I'll send them to you. But the thing is I wanted to quit dance and I wanted to quit cheerleading. I wanted to play football with the boys because I grew up with a bunch of boys, right? Yeah. And my dad wouldn't let me do it. Because also, we lived in a small town, so you put a girl on the team, and it's a girl that you know, they're like, dude, they're going to be brutal. We've seen you guys play football, like, IRL, like, this is going to be brutal, right? So they wouldn't let me, so I quit cheerleading, and I was the water girl for Pop Warner for, like, years and years, and we brought all the Gatorade. My dad had, like, 7 big Gatorade containers, and we brought all the water, and I served all the football players like Gatorade and water. And I dated a couple of football players in high school. One of them, which I killed, apparently.
You
killed? Yeah, Derek.
I fucking believe that shit.
I killed him. He did die. My first heartbreak. But I grew up in
just so Rusty knows what happened. She did a witch ceremony and killed him.
Holy fuck!
I did. So, Rusty, I was in high school. It was my first heartbreak, right? Like he broke my heart. Right. Yeah. And I said,
"Second, guys, I'll be back. Bye."
You're fine. I said, I hope that everything. Like, what did I say? I can't even remember now. It was just like, I hope that because he wanted a big family and a wife and kids. And I said, I hope that you get everything that you want and it's all taken away from you. Wow. And then in like college time, this guy like reconnected with me and he was telling me about all these girls he was dating and how they were cheating on him and like all this stuff. And he was so sorry about everything. We never like re-hooked up, right? But he was my first heartbreak. And I became friends with him after this whole situation. And then he finally found a girl who was like so perfect and they had a baby. And so he had a scholarship to the U of A for football, right? And he tore his ACL really bad and he lost his scholarship. And he had surgery on that leg so many times, right? As like young adults going through this, college, whatever. And he went in for another ACL treatment. Right, the day after he finally had a firstborn child, right? The day after he went in for another ACL treatment, he got everything he wanted. He got MRSA in the hospital at 25 years old, and he died. So he left his wife with no father, nothing. And I remember... this is why everyone says I killed Derek, because I hope you get everything you want. And then and I forgot all about it. And I remember asking my little brother, because he was Derek's family was like, do you have any pictures of you and Derek? And like, we were trying to like do the memorial stuff, right? And I messaged my brother. I was like, hey, can you go like look in like my old room? Do I have any pictures of like me and Derek or whatever for the memorial? And my little brother was like, Shalyn, you burnt all of his fucking pictures. And I was like, what? And he's like, do you remember when you did like that huge, crazy like ritual in the front yard when you were like super heartbroken and you burnt all of his stuff and said that you wanted him to get everything he wanted and have it ripped out of his life? I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't even have pictures of him to send to his mom. So I was like, it looks like my mom got rid of all my stuff. I'm so sorry. I didn't say like I burned them all. It was a very weird time. Yeah. So that's why everyone says I killed Derek. But with witchcraft. And that's what made Belgium Nevermore so scared of me. Because I can do that kind of shit. So apparently.
Well,
I know.
I wonder, it's crazy you can just be in the hospital and some little fucking bug can snatch up.
That's how my grandma died too. Like my grandma went in, she had really bad like asthma. And she just went in because she had asthma and she contracted MRSA and it killed her. Like I've known 2 people just to die of MRSA. It's like insane to me. So
well, I mean, when I got surgery, I guess I'm lucky I didn't get MRSA.
Are you sure you don't have MRSA?
Good question. It could be in my beer. Anytime I drink beer or wine.
Just beer has MRSA in it. I'd be dead at this point if that were the case. Where is everyone? Why is it just me and you talking?
I don't know.
Nunchuck. My nunchuck.
For a dead zone.
We did enter a dead zone. We moved over here, but Dad. Hey, Nunchuck. Who are you?
I'm nobody.
You are nobody. All right. Well, welcome.
Why is no one talking?
I don't know.
You're talking.
It looks like
You're talking right now, bro.
We were talking. Third streaming some stupid movie that no one wants to watch. Don't know why. So why aren't you talking? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
No thanks.
Okay.
Aw.
That's sad.
Well, we understand it can be weird.
Intimidating.
I wish
weird.
Az could talk, but I understand if he can't.
He can't. He lost his headset when he was drunk the other day. Oh.
He's fucking monged out, man. He's totally
He's
monged out.
so fucked. Yeah.
These aren't typically the servers you want to be telling people about yourself.
What do you mean?
Oh, like they're gonna talk to you.
Oh, we're not bad people.
Hello, new person to the internet. Don't tell anybody anything about yourself. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
You
bro.
you can at least.
Would do that.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite movie or a favorite book?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Do you have a favorite food?
Nope.
All right. Well, no, we're not trying to. I genuinely.
We're not. We're just trying to figure out who people. Like, we're just welcoming.
Stop his food, nigga. If you say you like steak, we're gonna find out.
Do you like cats better or dogs better? Do you have an opinion on cats versus dogs?
Nope.
Aww.
Oh, he's so boring. Okay.
So he's a liar. He's a liar because his fucking PFP's a dog. Lying nigga.
Oh. True.
I've already sort of reverse image searched your dog. So.
Don't post porn and shit, please.
What was he?
No, he was doing the
boat.
What was it? The mini Manson stuff last night. Yeah,
you know
I was one who invited boat. Yeah.
He's so dead. I don't even care. I want do whatever video you want as long as.
Oh my lord! Don't tell him that.
No, he's giving me an epileptic fit.
Remember when I was so upset that you were doing that? Oh my god. We thought Lady D actually had fucking epilepsy, and I got so mad that you did that, Riza, and then we found out she was lying about it.
Wait, do you have any other edits?
Is there what? What's up?
I was saying, like, visually, is there other videos that he can put on? I just wonder.
I don't know, Bo. Figure it out.
This is why I won't pull my dick out in here.
I don't want to see your dick again, Shaggy. No one wants to see it.
Now we're getting into a real VC. Let's talk politics, religion.
No, I'll fucking kill myself.
The only one who's seen my dick is Axel and the diamond.
Yeah, Axel showed all of us your dick. He sent it everywhere, dude.
That was nice of him.
What is wrong with
I mean, that
guy?
motherfucker doxed it. You remember Shaggy? He made a dox spot of me. He's a piece of do with you anymore.
You think that people are too mean to DJ Axel? I've never met him.
No, I think he should literally kill.
No.
Who's his only friend?
His cat that died.
I know that's a lie, but I'm gonna pretend I don't because it's funny.
Are you drunk, Chags?
No.
Is he drunk? He's fucked up, bro. Don't lie to me, bitch.
I'm just high.
You're high?
Oh yeah. You'll be high. Yeah.
What kind of?
Have you puked up in your new facilities yet? Or?
What, in the boat? Did he puke in the boat yet?
No, he got kicked out of his mooring because he was like sick all over the showers.
Yeah.
Have you been using the new facilities in the same way, or you're right so far?
No, there are no facilities at the new mooring. There is, however, a bar.
That's good.
And that's expensive. Why don't you just drink by yourself?
I intend to.
What if, okay, go to the bar and try to pick up a chick? That'd be cool.
I intend to.
You intend to?
Yeah.
Have you tried yet?
Feds,
Let's
bro.
go, bud.
For real, the feds are coming. You know? Whistle!
No, I don't have residency yet.
Whoop-dee-dee
Well, you're
scoop.
still the captain, man.
Scoop-dee-dee
Put your
whoop.
Greek sailor hat on,
Scoop-dee-scoop.
sorting down to the
You're
fire.
on, like, what is it? What is oceanic law? What even is
Whoop
like,
diddy
is
whoop
that?
scoop. Whoop.
We need to know about maritime law.
Scoop diddy whoop.
What?
No,
Whoop diddy
I'm
scoop.
not technically a rated
Whoop diddy
captain.
scoop poop.
How do you become a certified
I
captain?
know exactly what it's like to be
God,
a woman.
that's like 10 years, 20 years, like a lot of work and education. I'm just trying to learn to sail the
That's all bullshit. You're a pirate, man. Pirates don't get
Exactly.
certification.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in all that. I just want to learn to sail the boat.
Well, I mean, just keep working on it, I guess.
Do you think?
But can
do
you
ever
hold
think
on?
about going
Can you get a
down
DU?
and-
Can you get a DUI on a boat? I know
No.
you can, and you can here if you're on a lake.
They're trying to make the laws more fucked, but so far, no, because California doesn't have that much leeway over maritime law. But they would if they could.
Once
Axel's
you
got
learn-
the operation set up. I've got the boat. One day we'll make our dream come true.
Why are you and Axel friends?
Because we have this dream where we'll smuggle like cocaine and like
Children.
Children.
Yeah, I'm just, Riza, me and you are on the same wavelength.
We'll smuggle children and cocaine from like Brazil
I mean,
to California.
yeah, I think if Axel's on board with this, he's going to smuggle cocaine stuffed
cocaine-
up children's
the-
arses.
The children, yeah, that's how it's gonna. The children are gonna be mules. The cocaine will be shoved up their asses in like watermelon full of coke.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I can see that. I can see Axel being cool with that.
And it's going to be like,
You know, you're friends with someone that literally has 16 viewers because he's a piece of shit now.
Axel's got 52 live viewers.
He had 16 viewers
He's
today.
live right now.
Yeah, he has 52.
Yeah.
He's back,
I don't know.
baby.
Well, he's back, baby. 62 viewers. Let's go. Give me a break. Why are you coping so hard, Shaggy? And why are you so attached to him?
No, I mean, you said that he had 15 viewers. I'm like, no, he has 52.
You also last night said that I went to the meetup with Axel. So
Yeah.
you're
you were
full
there.
of shit. I was there. I don't see any pictures of me at that meetup with my literally arch nemesis DJ Axel.
Yeah, you were there with Elaine, and you guys both did.
You know
clothing.
that Axel's just really mad because I stole all of his friends.
Well, Axel, like, as I recall, you were there with Elaine doing a pole dance for Axel.
Yeah, after I just talked to Elaine last night for the first time because that bitch has been obsessed with me for a while.
That clever, he was
I think Axel's probably cool with you now, though, because it's like you didn't steal all his friends. He wouldn't have a cool friend like Shaggy now, so he's probably all right with you now.
That's true. Like, we were talking about this stuff. Like, if this didn't happen, then we wouldn't have this, right? So, right, it's like, if I didn't take all of Axel's friends, he wouldn't be best friends with Shaggy. That is true. That is true. He'd be...
Shaggy's a pirate. None of his other friends were anything cool like that.
It's hard to find pirate friends. Like,
my honest opinion on that is if Axel is still friends with Grossly, I'd probably just also be friends with Grossly. And that's my opinion based on my interactions with Grossly. The reason most people don't like me is not because of the shit that Axel does. Most of the people who don't like me were fine with Axel when he was doing that shit a long time ago.
I never said I didn't like you, Shaggy, though.
Most of the people who go at me do so because they don't like Axel.
Shaggy, have I ever gone after you?
No, I'm just saying the people who have.
One thing I did not appreciate was when you and Bells had a falling out, and you know I'm a very anti-doxing person, right? and you sent me all of Belza's docs information, and I was like, I don't want this. And then you were like, okay, then fine, pussy. You got like so mad at me because I didn't want to dox Belza Nevermore, even though she literally lives 5 blocks from me, dude. Like, I'll run into her eventually. She lives here. You were supposed to. You were supposed to meet up with her. What happened with that? Why did you guys have a falling out? She's boring as fuck, but
she went schizo.
She was making you a sword, or you were making her a sword, or something.
No. I didn't ask her to do that. I have a.
She was making a sheath with her leather work. That's what it was.
No, a handle for it. I've got a blade that needs a handle. But it doesn't matter. The point is, like, she just has gotten progressively more mentally ill.
Do you still talk to her? Because I don't. She thinks I want to murder her.
She gets very paranoid. And the people who are in her life are either mentally fucked in the head in their own way.
Or terminally ill. Or something.
Something where they're desperate for someone who will cling to them as hard as they want to cling to someone else. So it's like people who are people who are dying, people who are like mentally unwell, shit like that. And it's gotten to the stage that if you ever disagree with her or try and talk to her like a normal person, she will shut down on you. And it's like
I've been there. I
will be friends with someone in the hopes of helping them, but when it gets to the stage that you just like they've chosen mental illness, there's nothing you can do.
She used to cry in the VCs, like when I was like, fuck Shaggy. And she'd be like, Shaggy is dying. He has a mental, I don't know. That bitch is like, you were dying, to be fair, but she didn't really care. She cared too much about you, is the creepy part.
Wait, he was dying?
Shaggy is dying.
I've got I'm really sick, but it's long term.
We're all dying. We're all dying.
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna be dead tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Okay, just terminally ill.
I'm not terminally ill. I've got something that probably can't be cured.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
issue is like Belle's. I'm sure she is concerned, but because she doesn't really know, she's got an issue where she doesn't really know how to express what she's feeling, or where she's learned to just lie habitually. She's learned that
absolutely.
A lie is always more convenient than the truth. And it's not a matter of trying to deceive you. It's just that
that's how she is.
Method of communication is obfuscation. Is to hide as much as possible so that she can then control things. She feels the only way she can maintain control over any social situation is by having total control of the narrative. So the first thing she's going to do to you is lie to you.
Yes.
About something. About whatever the fucking...
her with her... all of her war stories, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs, the first thing she'll do, one of the first things she'll do is start telling you who the bad people in her life are, who the people you need to avoid are, and why these people are the good people and shit. Now she's trying to make money off of No Man's Sky, which is illegal. What she's doing is blatantly illegal. No one's gonna send her a cease and desist letter because there's no way she'll make money. I have more hope of making money off my fucking YouTube grift than she does off making money off her fucking role playing with her retarded friends in No Man's Sky. That's the sort of shit she thinks up. And if you try and tell her, Bells, no, this isn't gonna work because reality. She gets really fucking pissed.
She gets really mad. She said she was going to show up to my house and literally shoot my head with a shotgun. Yeah. Then she wanted to give me a crock pot. So that bitch is crazy. Interesting.
But yeah, Bells is no, she
boring. I don't want to talk. I don't even want to talk about Bells. She's so boring.
She got trolled and thought I had said some shit to her, and then found out I hadn't said it, and was like,
she thought I was gonna literally send goofer dust to her house, and she was actually afraid that I was a scary witch at war with her. It's weird. So,
yeah, don't. She doesn't think that, but it gives her an excuse to.
She did think it.
Well, no, it's not that she wants to role play as one of the charmed ones. Okay, don't.
One of the charmed the show.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting it. Yeah,
she was afraid of me. She was actually legitimately scared that I was a better witch than her.
Look, I think it's the sort of person who would have been a Twilight Zone shipper and would have actually violently assaulted someone else in the fandom over roleplay or
Third did just say something in the text chat, which is really true. Belle stole my dog's bones and used them in some kind of a ritual. That is actually true. That did happen.
What? That's not a ritual.
Yeah, so when my dog passed away, right?
Yeah, she didn't want to pay for groceries and she sucked the marrow out of them. I hate to break it. That's not a ritual. Yeah. She was just hungry.
Yeah. Poor Daisy. And RZA always sends me this beautiful picture of Daisy floating on a raft in a pool with sunglasses, but really Belle got her. Belle got my dog.
Do you know if Belle's ever met her husband again? I know they met once when they got married. Do you think they ever met after that? Do you know, Shaggy?
Say what now?
Has Belle's ever met her husband? Because they got married, but then
once he had to fuck her as an obligation of their arrangements. And I unfortunately know more about that than I want to because...
Go on, tell us.
Belle's, when I would goad her by telling her that her husband was named Ubobo Ubimbam from Shithole Village, Africa, and that he worshipped the god of snakes and beetles, she would get really pissed. And then... Then she would try to own me by revealing disturbing details about their sex life.
You know what, Bells? The biggest Bells burg out I ever had was when I said I was going to fuck her husband and infiltrate his dreams and talk him in his dreams. And she got
we all had to hear about that. No, I do remember this one. That one, she told everybody that it is like, so Freddy Krueger is coming to fuck your husband.
Freddy, I was like, I have the power to infiltrate people's dreams.
She's
like, don't you fuck my husband in his dreams. You stay out of his head. Like, she believed that I could just go into her fucking husband's head and just fuck him.
I remember this because I had to tell her, Bells, you keep telling people this, folks are going to think you're crazy. You're not going to in any way, if this woman has some weird power, telling everyone about it isn't using it. It's just making people think you need to be.
You actually got mad at me during all this stuff. I remember you were just like, why are you messing with Belle so much? And it's mean and you were so moral faggy about it.
Okay, I was going to say.
I was trying to get her to.
Sorry, Rusty.
No.
I didn't realize that she was actually going insane. I thought this was a person who was because of parenting issues, had never been forced to grow up, because you do see that. Working in the homeless population, you encounter people who aren't crazy, they're not on drugs, they just they never had to, like, they're 40 years old, mom just died, and they've never had to fucking get a job. They've never had to pay a fucking bill. They don't know what the fuck to do. They don't know how to microwave a can of soup.
Well, you can't microwave a can of soup, Shaggy. That will explode your microwave.
Well, that's the sort of shit you have to teach them. Because they don't know how to open it and put it in the fucking bowl first.
Bowl? Yeah, that is true.
How come nobody ever told you how to fry sausages, Shaggy? Are we projecting here?
Yeah, he's bad at frying sausages.
Oh, give me a break. You gotta. I mean, I don't want to mask up.
Did you get sick from that at all?
Like, say what? Oh yeah, does.
From that?
No, I didn't get sick. And I've learned to cook the sausages as instructed now.
That's good. Good for you, Shags. Really proud of you. You progress, right? It's all about progress and healing. And,
I'm gonna do the taste test of Coke.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it right now? I looked for Pepsi Max. I couldn't find it.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Okay.
And we're gonna see. All right.
Is Amelia doing it too?
She's making it happen. So she's closing her hand me.
You gotta do it to her too as well. You guys gotta do it. Okay. All right. Sorry, we're doing a taste test between Coke and Pepsi all day. Shaggy, just to fill you in. Everyone's been going and buying it and seeing if they can tell the difference.
Oh no. Okay, that's Pepsi.
Oh, you know?
I did it!
You did it! Good job!
Guys, I figured I know.
You beat the system. You beat the system. Okay, now do it to Amelia. Amelia has to do it, and you have to shuffle the cups up a lot. Okay? Now I want to know. The moment of truth right now. I wasted my whole weekend, guys. I was so tired. I was like, I'm going to spring clean my whole house. Did I? No. So tired. Can't even be bothered.
I think on
You said it, Rizza, by the way. You're not doing shit. You're fine. Okay.
Called, so that was what happened. If you're in the service, sometimes my mom calls.
I passed the Coke Pepsi taste test.
You did?
Now I'm going to go and buy half a bottle of vodka and half a bottle of whiskey and try that taste test.
Gross. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Just a question. How many other people went to church today?
I didn't go to church today, but I did do my prayers.
Well,
I went to church.
I don't go to church.
I walked past church. I walked past it.
I told you I am the holiest man. I went to church.
That isn't. I mean, to be honest, that's impressive because I did a different kind of church. My mom's leg is hurt, so I gave her a Nintendo Switch because she asked for it.
Fucking
what?
Disgusting.
Oh yeah.
What's that, Spaz? What's that, bitch? Killing any packies today?
Spaz was disgusted by me giving my mom a Nintendo Switch.
So you don't need to go to church to worship, but if you're going to claim to be just such a holy man, you have to at least go to church.
Well, you're the only person who claims that they're a holy man, Shaggy, so have at it, bud. I did do my prayers, and then I started doing
Actually, no, that claim is made by quite a few people in the sector, if you haven't, maybe just not people you pay attention to.
I don't pay attention to, like, hardly any of y'all anymore, to be fair.
That's fair enough. No, you shouldn't. I
get bored. You're like, I only knew that you were, like, streaming again because people were saying it, and they're like, Shaggy's on a boat, he's a pirate, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I have a boat now.
You gotta get a lady. That's your next step.
So you live on the boat?
Yeah.
Yes, I live on the boat.
Cool. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. It reminds me of what's that movie that I love? The soundtrack of
Titanic.
No, the one with Zach Braff and Natalie Portman. You've not seen it?
No,
Garden State. When they go and they meet that boat couple and they come into the void, Garden State's one of my favorite. And it's also one of my favorite soundtracks because I fucking love the Shins. I own every album on vinyl.
The Shins are good, for sure.
When I was like in a really bad spot, though, Rusty, I was going to sell all my vinyl. And now it's still sitting in the crate that I was going to sell it in, and I don't have to sell it anymore. I can just put it back on the shelf. I get to keep all my things.
Wait, Amelia's going to do the taste test now.
Okay. Yes, she has to.
Close your eyes.
Shuffle the cups a little bit.
Yeah, cleanse your palate.
Shuffle your eyes, clench your butt cheeks.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Really excited about it. I'm just glad you guys are doing it and I don't have to because I hate soda. So.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, the first one was good.
All right, you did it.
I did it.
So the only person that failed, I think, was Courtney, but
Courtney was the one that. No, someone else failed.
Amelia's brave. I wouldn't shut my eyes around Rusty knowing what he gets up to, bro.
Rusty's dangerous, dude, for sure. What's up, Doberman? My little bestie.
That is what the head wash is for.
You messaged me, I didn't message you back. Sorry. But
Shane, did you dox me?
I would never dox. Did I dox you?
I don't know.
I would never dox you.
Yeah,
okay.
Soberman, do you like Coke or Pepsi better?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, true.
Can you tell the difference, though? We've been doing a taste test all day with people.
Tastes better than Pepsi Max. Like, Pepsi Max tastes fucking terrible. Coke Zero.
Everyone likes Pepsi Max, though, because they're, like, autistic, and they just want extra caffeine, so they can play their video games and do all their stupid bullshit.
No, taste.
Soberman, I have, like, a legitimate question for you.
Okay.
Do you think I would ever dox you?
No, but you're still a woman. So, you know, you gotta weigh it up.
That's true. I would never hurt you, Soberman.
Okay, I believe you, Shaylin.
I literally deleted all the pictures of your credit cards when you were snorting pills.
It would be illegal to teach.
Oh, you have his docs. That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shaggy,
I know his bank information.
Excellent. You know what? If he ever pisses you off to an absurd degree, you know exactly where to leak that to.
No, you know what's funny? No. I never even doxed Axel after he doxed me. So
come on.
I don't dox and swat. You sound like Elaine last night. She's like, Shaylin, you should just turn on all these people.
Why are you taking this out on?
I actually get along well with Elaine.
I know you do. Until what? 5 months from now? 1 month from now?
Until she's
all you guys are nuts. She's gonna sneak every single person she comes in contact with.
So you don't play stupid. Like, you know she's gonna sneak you. Surely, Shaggy. Come on.
You know, if she's ever come stateside, easy lay. So.
David's not going to pay for that. Yeah.
No, she's like I
dating Doom. She's dating Doom.
That's so disgusting, isn't it, Shaylin?
He's not going to pay. What's up, Seb?
It's so fucking disgusting. Zoom dating Zoom dating anyone.
You don't date Zoom. Don't say that's gross. What are you talking about?
No.
Elaine.
Zoom and Elaine. Yeah, Zoom and Elaine. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, thank you for correcting the record.
I didn't mean to.
Soberman is a guy who was caught looking at like pictures of children getting molested.
You're so mad.
That's not true.
You're so mad.
I know. Shaggy was doing this all last night after you
don't make things.
I looked into it.
Soberman's apparently a pedophile.
It was in a Discord server called Ice Cream Truck. That's where Soberman was caught.
So I will say this. Yeah, anything that comes out of Shaggy's mouth is like complete bullshit, like 90%.
Yeah, Steven Shaylin fucking
lying bitch.
I know that, and you're mad because I tell people that. You're calling everyone a pedophile. You called Soberman a pedophile.
He's mad about Normantrade.com.
He does not. Problem. I'm trying to get him a girlfriend.
No, that's never going to happen. This guy is
I did it for
he is going to continue to masturbate.
You know, I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to become, okay, Soberman, your dreams are coming true right now, so shut. I am now your girlfriend.
Okay.
All right.
I don't like this now. Now that I'm my girlfriend, I'm realizing I made a mistake.
That was the worst.
I hope you're feeling nervous, Soberman, because you fucking should be, bro.
You're my boyfriend now.
I'm going to get
Soberman because he's my boyfriend. Okay?
Wait, Amelia, Amelia, my wife.
Wait, hold on. That makes him a cuck. Soberman's a cuck.
What? I'm also.
Last 1,000 years.
I've never cheated on anyone.
Cheat on people like it's a given. It's not like a whether or whiff.
I've never done that. I don't dox or cheat or steal. I used to steal. I did used to do that.
Wow.
I still feel bad about that. I put in my prayers all the time.
Guys, why do Mormons have
Soberman, remember how you said you wanted to have sex with me? Like, you're DMing me constantly about, like, when are we gonna have sex? You told me you were in love with me on the phone one night.
Sheila,
you're my boyfriend now, and there's nothing you can do. Like, you're fucked, dude. You're fucked.
The intention was to drop you immediately. The intention was to dump you immediately.
Sexually to DJ Axel and his band of Mary.
I would never go close to that person. I'd rather fuck Soberman.
No, I meant Soberman. I was telling him he could get out of this arrangement by letting DJ and all of his friends rape him.
Well, do you think
Soberman's my boyfriend?
Do you think that
been done?
Does DJ Axel have a good relationship with his family in Norway?
No.
Yeah, he does.
No, not really.
People make shit up and say he doesn't. That's fucked.
I mean, I'm someone who knows him, as someone who's met him in real life and shit. Yeah, he has a great relationship. He's from Norway.
I met him in real life too, apparently, according to Shaggy's live.
You did
You said I was at the meetup. That's not cool.
You did a striptease while Axel
said
what did
you...
It wasn't
you had a good time there.
Because,
anyway,
parents and told them
I passed out an Oxycontin and Dymo uploaded footage of it.
Is Dymo on the server?
Right now. You're on Oxycontin.
Tell Dymo Shalyn says hi, and also Soberman's.
Dymo is told by his wife to knock this shit
you
off
are on
Axel started doing some weird shit.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The thing is that,
didn't he lick your bum hole while you passed out? Something like that.
That's why I stopped hanging out with him, because he wanted
he licked your butthole? That actually happened?
No, he keeps telling people that, so I just stopped hanging out. I was like, dude, if you're going to spread, gay rumors about me...
Oh, no, you guys did a bunch of gay shit, didn't you, at that meetup?
That old guy shit.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
I think if you're passed out and he licks your bum hole, that's not gay.
That's you being sexually, harassed.
Well, I mean, if it was true, yeah, I'd probably be filing a lawsuit.
How do you know? You guys were so fucked. How do you know he did?
Was it at least a good time? Like a fun time?
Because he was, we had a real fun time. The problem is, look, I wouldn't, stop being someone's friend over them, making up some bullshit. That I'd be pissed at them, wouldn't you? But what pissed me off is that he said some really fucked up shit about my mom.
Elaine, I think
my mom's paralyzed and brain damaged, and he knows that. And if he was just some stranger, I wouldn't give a fuck. You don't know me. Whatever hurts is ammunition on the internet. But this is a dude I considered a friend.
Right. And he used it against you.
Seems like a situation.
It's worse than that. He started throwing that sort of shit at me because he was pissed about Pal World. The dude's like, I'm not kidding. The dude's an 8-year-old. Like, he doesn't get pissed if you say the worst shit about him. He'll laugh at that. But you know what really pisses him off?
Feeling his friend.
No. If the only things that piss him off is like World of Warcraft adding 4 extra bags to his account without his permission.
Wait, is this DJ Axel?
Yeah, DJ Axel. There's no way that you can piss him off. But the shit
I did piss him off, Shaggy. I literally stole all of his friends. He turned on me and made a dox bot. So anytime you mentioned me,
okay. So if you,
I was the only one who really actually upset DJ Axel.
Yeah, but the asterisk to that is going to be, and I guarantee you, knowing the man, whatever pissed him off about that isn't what you think it is. It's going to be some weird byproduct of what you did that actually pissed him off. It's not going to be that everyone.
It is
left.
a byproduct.
Yeah, it's not going to be that everyone left. It's that everyone left, so now he has no one.
Everyone left and joined my server. Yeah.
It might be that. That might be it. Is that he
was upset because I was there this whole time.
That's not what like a normal person would be pissed.
I know. Listen to Rizza. Hold on. Go ahead, Riz.
So what he was pissed about was he used to talk to people on Sunday and play video games and chill, and then all those people he used to do that with left. That's why he was pissed off.
That happens all the fucking time.
But why was he mad at me, Rizza?
He doesn't care about that.
Because okay, so this is the reason he's pissed at you. He was actually pissed at Grossly Offensive, but he couldn't do anything to Grossly, so he did it to you.
Me.
Well, no, it's actually a lot more hollow than that. Do you want to know the real reason he's pissed at you? It's more hollow than that.
What?
It's way more. You're a woman.
Nah, because he was chill with me before that. He actually went into Pot Awful and simped for me.
All right, so no. He will tolerate, and I've seen this. Like the reason I've seen this,
he actually went to war with Pot Awful for me. He actually liked me. He did like me. He told me, "I like you, Shalyn." He was there when my ex was taking air conditioning units out of,
Look, he did that with Bubs as well. Do you remember Bubs?
Yeah, Bubbles, the windburnt fucking bitch that I had to send a bunch of memes to from Grossly. Yeah, I remember her.
Bubs was, like, really, close with our community. Like, a core member of the fucking community.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, like, just because of what I saw go on there, I don't think Axel likes women.
He doesn't, no.
Yeah, so that's what it probably... It's like, if you were a man, he would not be pissed at you over whatever the fuck this is you're describing here. This isn't the sort of shit that would piss him off. I think it's
true in this sector, I will say that, is that you get a lot more shit.
Well, it's not a female. It's really it's a male sector, and
I've been in trouble for shit to where the boys aren't in trouble.
This isn't a male sector.
That's because there is a different standard. There
are different standards. I guess
no one wants a fucking sausage fest. This isn't the gay community or anything, but
when you're in it is Shaggy.
Obey gender roles here.
Mm-hmm.
Not here.
We don't abide by gender roles.
I'll give you it for $200. I'm giving you Shaggy.com for $200.
Sorry, I'm gonna say sorry, Silverman to talk. Can you just unmute him and just turn him down?
I am not gonna unmute
Silverman. Is he muted?
Absolutely
no. Everyone has muted him besides me, so it's like another schizo.
Well, you need to
that guy.
No, he's fine. He's not saying anything. Hey, shit.
What's up?
What are you doing?
Soberman was caught in the Discord looking at naked 12-year-olds and shit.
I still haven't received my medal
he was caught masturbating to a disemboweled.
That did not happen. He was in a Fortnite server. He's also only 19.
Yeah, and then he wants to dox me because
he was masturbating to a disemboweled 8-year-old.
Well, like a like an anime thing. Not that makes it better.
No, he didn't understand that. Like, already, like, he lies so much.
Okay, alright, I believe you.
Palestine in the Gaza Strip. It was pretty fucking horrible. And he was just jacking it to it shamelessly.
This is the same person who said that I went up to the meetup.
Why did you join Hamas? I mean,
pretty radical. She did a whole strip dance.
I strip danced for Axel. I was at the meetup, apparently, according to Shaggy. No. Soberman is not a pedophile. He's never watched little kids strip.
But someday I'll go on a meetup. Someday.
One day. Sunday, we do actually talk.
I'll give him momentshaggy.com for $200.
Meetups, like, how would you say meetups are, Shaggy? Is it weird to meet up people online?
No, it's a lot of fun. Everyone is on the same page about what it is.
Okay,
right.
There's like some people didn't get invited because they would have tried to turn it into like a sector event, whereas I just
wanted to be with your friends. You just wanted to like hang out with your friends.
Yeah, we basically did some fucking content that was like done at like out of.
You guys shouldn't have even made it public, in my opinion. Like dumb.
But it wasn't about doing content. It was about going to Disneyland, and feeding black children to crocodiles.
Yeah, Shaggy, when are you going to Tilted Towers?
Well.
I don't know the towers.
You didn't do that. Right.
You
didn't actually do that.
You know what needs to be done?
Yeah, we did. There's a place called Gator World where you can feed nigger children to crocodiles and alligators. They pay the
The Shaggy Soberman muted.
Yeah, he does. I think everyone does. Okay, but what it's doing is create. Yeah, it's just Doberman talking to the void. I think I'm the only person that can hear him.
But that means I win. I win just to win, just to.
Yeah, you're in the VC because I invited you and I love you so much. So we're.
So, Shaggy, tell me more about this nigger. It sounds pretty big.
Shaggy, can you just unmute him for today? I can't do this. It's so VC. It fucks with my ADD so fucking bad, dude.
I'm not going to interact with a time vampire. Absolutely not.
I'm not a time vampire.
You're a tampon. You're a tampon.
This is not true. This is
not my server. I don't have any power. I was actually told Shalyn and Rizza cannot ever be mods of the server.
Yeah, I'm looking for mods. I need mods.
I would like to be one, but I was told I'm not allowed to be one. So.
Well, that's a wise decision. Women shouldn't be mods.
No. Shut up. I ran a whole server with your. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and it fucking sucked.
No. It
can you ask Shaggy?
It was a huge server. It was a huge server.
He was thinking it would be a good idea to make me a mod.
Yeah, don't ever make. He will literally kick everyone besides me until it's just. He did it to my servers before.
Jim refused to be a mod.
So did Breezy. Breezy, you do it. I was like, no. And then I was like, you do it. She's like, no. No one wants to moderate this shit.
What do you guys think about Brian Dunn fucking his daughter in the mouth?
He didn't fuck his daughter.
Yeah, he fucked her in the mouth.
No, he didn't. Brian loves his daughter. Brian might be a Ferg and a piece of shit.
Silverman will confirm everything I'm saying.
No, he won't. Silverman. Huh?
This is all fucking cover. It's all cover, all this nonsense.
Sneak into his daughter's room at night and just fuck
her. Gross. I think you're just really obsessed with Brian's daughter. Brian's not a pedo, dude.
It's uploads it to his Discord.
It's his last night all over again.
And then he'll write.
What is Brian done?
I just owned
this time, Shaggy. Why did you go do?
Alright, well, anyway, I think
For the general
addicted to the internet. Okay, well let's talk about what we know about Brian. He's addicted to the internet, and it's harming him. Right? And
I tried to make amends with Shaggy. I said,
his
"Hey,
family needs an
Shaggy,
intervention."
Shut up, Doberman. Shut up. We're talking about Brian.
Stoneman, stop. I'm going to fucking mute you as well. Stop it.
Stop.
You don't
Just
I'm trying to bring punch.
He's timeout. All right, guys.
I knew that would do it. I knew if I did.
Okay. Also, Shaggy, stop with this nasty shit you're fucking saying about Brian's kid. That is gross. It is gross. It's not funny. A lot of us are parents. We all know Brian is a spurg and a shithead. But you're sitting there saying nasty shit about his daughter sexually, and I'm not okay with it. And I think the pedo slinging stuff has to stop. Like it's gross. You don't know anything about their relationship. No, you don't happen to know shit. You're literally saying the most atrocious things. You're talking about a little girl.
Wait.
A little girl.
Can we just say?
I personally don't mind.
That what he does is he buys the flavored condoms and then tells her it's candy.
All right,
it's just
I'm not gonna look, Shaggy. Let's move forward to talk about how Brian needs a intervention for his internet.
He's had interventions. He's not going to abide by them, but he's also not a pet. Shaggy, and you're saying nasty fucking shit.
You're indulging him when we even talk about it.
I'll mask off here. I'll mask off. Because Brian will accuse me of, sending Toxic Angel to kill him. But was he not, threatening to come and kill me for, weeks? He says...
I don't know. I don't talk to him.
Well, he says I go around saying that he rapes his daughter, but he's not been calling
You're
me
saying that. You're actually saying that in here, Shaggy.
But that's non sequitur. It's true, not as non sequitur. Has he not been?
You're saying, but you are saying it.
That's true.
If someone was going around saying, let's think about this, Shaggy. If you were telling me that I was doing this shit to my kid, I'd fuck you up.
Well, here's the thing. Has he not been calling me a pedophile for a year?
Okay, look. Okay, all right. Can I just say this?
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
All right.
King of Pole has been calling me a pedophile just for being friends with DJ Axel for years.
Very true.
4 years.
Okay.
And my response to that at long last is to just start making the most vulgar and disgusting accusations at him, because that's what he does to other people.
That's true. Okay? That's fair.
Based on the flimsiest of accusations, Brian Dunn will say the most slanderous shit. True. So, you know what? I heard that Brian Dunn fucks his daughter in the mouth. Well, who told me that?
But that's not... But, Shaggy, what you're doing is you're bringing Brian's kid into it, and it's that's not true.
Maybe that's a lesson.
But what you're doing is you're imprinting this on the internet about...
I think the thing is the only thing we really have an issue with is I just don't like hearing that kind of... I know that sounds gay. Just the image is what it is. I don't care what you say about him.
Wow. Makes him do his daughter's room.
All right.
I gotta kill
Okay, hold on. What you're doing, Shaggy, for 1 second. Hold on, just real quick, Shaggy.
He knows why it's wrong.
You can have problems with Brian, but what you're doing is you're bringing Brian's daughter into the mix of things.
I'll say this. Okay. I'll say this. It would be wrong if any of you did it, but as an ordained priest, I have the authority here to make these sort of comments because,
this is not smiling down on you, I would say. You're not ordained in my book.
Let's talk about...
Wait a minute. Are you ordained?
How can you not listen to Shaggy's preaching?
Remember, Shaggy,
he's the fucking Latter-day Saint.
Are you an ordained priest you're not allowed to lie
Yes,
because
I'm
you're a
ordained.
Christian.
I am fully ordained. Yes,
He is an ordained
Do that
priest
online. It's very easy. My
Latter-day
aunt.
Saints.
Yeah, the ordainment
Hey,
I got took 10 fucking years.
All right. Yeah. Okay. My wife got ordained so she can do the sermon
And
at
an
her.
elder in the Latter-day Saints Church.
Yeah, he's
Elder
an
in
Latter-day
Latter-day
Saint,
Church.
everybody.
No, you're not.
That's a-
I doubt
that's-
it. You
that's
read.
another
You
way.
do read. There's no way.
That's kind of an interesting thing, though, because like as a
Lying.
Christian,
I'm not
as a
lying.
Christian, you're not allowed to lie.
Shaylin, are you an Latter-day Saint?
For fuck's sake, can I please?
No, my family left the church a long
Okay,
time
just shut
ago.
the fuck up. Let Mormon
I grew
Shaggy
up
tell us
Mormon,
little
you
fucking
idiot.
sermon.
My family left the
my-
church a long time ago.
All right. So first off, weed is not against the word of wisdom. Neither
Just
is
coffee.
No. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. But soda pop isn't. Red Bull. No.
If it has caffeine in it, you can't drink it.
No, that's not true.
That is true. That is
That
true.
was clarified in the 80s. That was clarified in the 80s. You can have
Nope.
caffeine.
I don't know what kind of shitty stuff you're talking about, but
Look, I'm just telling you, the missionaries can drink Red Bull.
we've had so many conversations about Mormonism, me and you, Shaggy, because you know where my family comes from.
Yeah. Well, what's the rule?
Here? Can I clarify?
Yeah, what's the rule?
There's the Mormon religion.
Bring out the Book of Mormon. I'm grabbing it.
And there's the Latter-day Saints Church. There's the Mormon faith and the Latter-day Saints Church. The Latter-day Saints Church
is the only true church. The only true church.
Well, regardless of that, it's the church I belong to.
Let's bring out the Book of Mormon, Shaggy, shall we?
Okay, I want to hear what Shaggy has to say.
Well, I wish I could.
Shut up, Shaggy, and let him preach.
The Latter-day Saints Church does not preach exactly what is taught in the Book of Mormon, and
that is true. Absolutely, I agree with that.
You're not claiming to. The Mormon fundamentalists are the people who come to practice. Well, no, that's just one group of Mormon fundamentalists.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mormon fundamentalists, like I consider myself a Brighamite fundamentalist.
I'm actually related to the Brigham, so I understand. Go ahead.
There's multiple different sorts of fundamentalists. It's a religion, so it's very complicated. There's many different groups and such, right? And groups within groups. And some Mormons believe that Joseph Smith was saying, no, don't drink caffeine at all. And they will say, well, look, he was right about tobacco. When he said don't use tobacco, they were using it as a prevention for tuberculosis.
Yes,
so you should listen to Joseph about caffeine. But in the 80s, Latter-day Saints Church said it is okay for members of the Latter-day Saints Church to drink caffeinated beverages.
That's not even true. I mean, maybe like the head church said that, but there's so many communities, they still don't drink it.
I was going to cover that, right? In the 80s, the Latter-day Saints Church said it's okay for you to drink soda pop, just not hot caffeinated beverages.
Right, that's it, right? Yeah.
And they also later said that green tea is fine. Now, here's the deal. Because these declarations are not considered doctrine, they're just considered declarations. And because declarations are essentially nullified when the guy who made them dies, there's a lot of people who said that, well, that's fine for their family, but not us, or we don't believe the church is entirely 100% correct anymore. That's a very common opinion that the church
the church has developed and changed so much, just even like in the last 10 years, right?
Temple rituals. The temple rituals that I will receive are not the same as the temple ritual that my bishop
my parents received.
Or even the missionary who endowed me received. It is a very changed church. They don't call themselves Mormons anymore.
Well, didn't they used to not allow black people in to be like that?
So black people were not, and they weren't. It was a very white religion.
But what was it that couldn't be like members of?
They were burnt. So according to the Book of Mormon, they were cooked in the fire too long. Black people were.
Well, I know.
So, yeah.
All right. So there's a few interpretations of this. Now, the truth of the matter is that Joseph Smith was all for baptizing black people. He baptized black people. He baptized Indians. He baptized everyone because he was really fond of.
They also thought that Jesus came to the Americas through the Indians, which never happened. It's not true.
Shaggy, what was the rule that they recently changed?
Joseph Smith really liked having sex with different colored women.
Joseph Smith was an abusive asshole, and there are many accounts of women literally trying to run from him and getting brutally beaten.
What is the point of
brutally beaten.
What is the point of that? What is the point of attacking my prophet while I'm right here?
I'm saying that Joseph Smith was a very abusive person. He was a bad person. That's true. It's true. It's true.
Okay, so
I come from Mormon stock, right? I'm related to Brigham Young. Yeah, it's fucking true.
Yeah, you're just being divisive. You're just being.
What the historical thing is that he was caught. Apparently, they suspected him of trying to talk to one of the younger girls, and wasn't he beaten and tarred and feathered or whatever?
Yeah, there's a lot of stories.
I just want to hear Shaggy.
He wasn't raised Mormon. He's a Jack Mormon. That's the thing that I don't jive with Shaggy because he's a convert to Mormonism. I'm historically a Mormon.
Yeah,
a little different.
But I've been practicing the faith for 10 years.
No, you haven't. You're a Jack Mormon. You have not. You're sitting here drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm smoking weed.
Let's just shut the fuck up, Jalen. I mean, don't it say when he was without sin cast the first stone?
Well,
are you an Latter-day Saint, Jalen? Are you an Latter-day Saint, Jalen?
My experience as a Latter-day Saint.
Okay, let him talk.
Is actually.
I have the Book of Mormon in front of me right now, though.
So I think the experience of a convert is actually a valuable testimony. That's my opinion. The opinion of most religious people. But what I would say is that there's a lot of things that the Latter-day Saints Church does teach that is the Latter-day Saints
really
Church
good.
Is actually Deseret Industries, and we have to get into that if you really
Deseret has the best thrift stores, I will say, in Utah. Deseret Industries is the best thrift stores ever.
Deseret Industries does a lot of good work. They're as far as businesses and companies go, they're a very ethical business.
They are.
When you talk about
I love Mormons.
When you talk about the Latter-day Saints Church, you have to understand that the Latter-day Saints Church is a product of Deseret Industries.
Yes,
Deseret Industries is the company that produces Mormon stuff. Their Bibles, their
pamphlets, all this stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you're right.
Even the sinks in the kitchen are from Deseret Industries.
Yeah, that is true. Knowing Mormons, that is so true. Yeah.
So what you're actually seeing there is like the reason that the missionaries act the way they do is because it's a business. It's not just a business of the church. It's a business that actually makes products like couches and desks.
That's true.
So,
absolutely. Yeah.
So
the thing for me about Mormonism, is I have my own criticisms of the history, but I think it's just an interesting religion.
All right, here's a good way to put it.
Here's really interesting.
Yeah. The Catholic Church was the religious wing of the Roman Empire.
Shaggy, can I say something real quick?
Oh yeah.
I almost reconverted to Mormonism when I was a teenager. Ooh. And my mom had me read this book called Mama, Mormonism, and Me. And it changed my entire perspective. And I still have, most of my IRL friends are Mormons, and they've never tried to convert me. I don't know, dude. It's a trippy, creepy, culty fucking religion.
Well, no, I'll explain what it is.
I like the family. I do love the family dynamic. and the communal
family dynamic
aspect.
of multiple wives.
I come from polygamous. Like, my family were actual polygamists. So
yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah. So the whole reason we have property in Mexico is because my family literally traveled here with Brigham Young. Like, they used to call me the Mormon princess.
That means you're a fucking Liberanite, not a Latter-day Saint. So first off...
I'm not. My family came here with Brigham Young, and we helped Mormonize the West.
Trace their lineage to Brigham Young. The Liberanites are also...
I am actually related to Brigham Young, yes.
That's not surprising. Most Brighamites are related to...
Yeah, and my family, I found out my great-great-grandfather had at least 15 wives. I never understood why we had so much property in Mexico and why it was like this cousin's house, this cousin's house.
You're actually related to...
It was because my great-great-great-grandfather literally had wives in Mexico, and a lot of us, like, when they traveled to the Southwest, they also stopped in Mexico a lot, and they built a lot of homes and our family.
I knew something. The Mexican Mormons trace their theological lineage to a man who disemboweled his own pregnant daughter.
Yeah.
Shaggy, do you think that the multiple wives thing was incorrect in terms of...
No, he loves that idea. He's into polygamy. He believes in it.
Wait, I want to hear from him.
Okay.
God damn. Yeah, I am a polygamist. I believe in polygamy. I believe in the word of wisdom as it was actually originally taught. But here's the thing. I'm not a perfect Mormon. I do have some sins. Like,
we all have sins.
Like, I mean... But I am also an active priest. I'm a member of the priesthood. I'm an elder in the church. Like,
you got through that review process. I don't know how they let you through, because I had to just to go to Mormon dances because I had crushes on Mormon boys, and it wasn't a part of the church. I had to go through interviews with the bishop, right, just so I can even be allowed to be at certain functions. And then when they found out who my mom was, they had to, they said, we'll get back to you, essentially. Like, they had to do a collaboration or whatever, can Chillin, be, allowed to take part in, church functions, because...
Well, I mean, they let me through the process. I don't know what to tell you.
And I will say, I don't think it's because of my mom. I think it was because when they found out who my mom was, and that we were, like you say, Brighamites, right? And very much a big family. I come from a really big family.
Can I tell you what I'm hearing? You told me that your family, your grandfather had multiple wives and a lot of property.
At least 16 that I've been able to find.
Here's what gives me pause there. The polygamous Mexican Mormons followed a guy called Ervil LeBaron.
See, but what you don't understand, Shaggy, is that we also, right? So we have family there.
He was related to Brighamite.
But we also settled in the Southwest, and that's where my community ranch, family comes from.
Here's the thing: he disemboweled his own pregnant daughter, and he started a war with the Sinaloa cartel that lasted 100 years.
And it's not ended, actually.
So, are you really?
That's a real thing. That's why my dad doesn't want me to go to Mexico anymore.
I know. But based on that, you can't call me a heretic for anything.
I'm not calling you. I've never called you a heretic.
Baz, talk. I need to talk to you.
Baz?
Baldo.
Where is Baldo?
Balto. Does anyone like the movie Balto?
I liked the book.
In response to Blitz, I got the underwear, but I'm not buying those fucking robes. They're expensive as hell. I'm not even wearing underwear. Yeah,
what about? Wasn't there that guy that forged documents to make the church members think.
Mormon Church is more than willing to commit fraud against the United
Right.
States.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They've been trying to defend the United States since the beginning.
They don't want anything to do with the United States, and I don't blame them.
Well, yeah,
Shaggy, this might be
the United States at gunpoint.
Shaggy, this might be interesting to you. There's a guy named Mark Hoffman who was a forger who created fake documents that he would sell to the LDS Church in, I think, the 80s.
I know about that. Look, here's the deal. My actual beliefs go a bit far. I believe that all religions are like human attempts at perceiving something beyond human conception.
Comprehension. Yeah.
Comprehension. Yeah, like we see things in 3 dimension. We know we can see the 4th dimension. The 5th dimension is time.
It's like Evangelion.
But we can't really move through time. There's 5th dimension that we know of because scientists and their bullshit, and they've like done stuff with 5th dimensional shit. And they say that the 5th dimension implies a 6th dimension. The Bible says there are 7 dimensions, right? And if you into Hinduism, there are 13, but that's probably pagan crap.
No, I mean, there might just be, like, more dimensions because we all know there's more dimensions, right, than what we
only believe in one dimension.
Religion is 2 things. Religion is an art project. It should be regarded as art, which is what makes it sacred, because it is...
Yeah, I agree with that.
I can't talk about religion anymore. I'm literally going to shoot myself in the fucking face.
Well, I'm gonna stop after this, but it is also to be viewed as like man's attempt to view the higher dimensions, like the 4th and the 5th and the 6th and 7th dimension. That's also what religion is, but it has to be built. It has to be made out of art.
All I know is you're a Jack Mormon and whatever.
I have too much trash.
Hey, why am I a Jack Mormon? Because I fuck prostitutes or because I smoke weed? Like, what is it that I do that's so bad?
You do? Why do you fuck prostitutes, Shaggy? I've never understood that.
Laid, right?
To get laid. Good. Yeah, to get laid. It's an easy way to get laid.
Well, why don't you just go on Tinder or something?
Because, like, I don't want to interact with her. Like, realistically,
you just want to fuck.
But
you don't want to.
I just want to fuck, and then realistically, like, I'm kind of an antisocial person.
I know you're very antisocial.
Do you do like street prostitutes, or do you do like online?
Well, all right. So no, I use Asian massage parlors. Like I'm responsible because like the Asian massage parlors, the girls are clean. People who run those places do not want people going around and say, "Hey, if you." You're going to end up with a disease. This is the last thing they want because that'll put them out of business and get them arrested, right? Okay. Because eventually someone's going to go to a doctor.
Right. Well, you're roboting.
You're roboting. I can't understand any of that. Roboting way too bad.
Wait, I'm not trying to dox you, but you live on the West Coast?
Anyway, like, but
that makes sense.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you want street prostitutes, you have to go to Vegas if you want anything decent. The reason for that is because the whores in Vegas have rules, and those rules are territorial in nature. If you're some crack hoe, if you are basically a crack hoe, some weird ass bitch who's desperate for drugs and is willing to suck some dick to get it, and you try and sell that on the street, you will be arrested, and you will be arrested because the other prostitutes went to the cops and said that one there, and the cops won't bother the other prostitutes. They'll only arrest that bitch, right? Because here's the deal. Technically, you're not allowed to sell it on the strip.
Right.
But realistically, people do. No law is going to change that. That's just the ecosystem. And the cops aren't there to just fuck with people. They're there to keep the ecosystem, the environment, safe for the customers.
So
people go there for the whores. So if you're walking the strip and you're like, if you're over 30, if you're ugly, if you're high or drunk,
they're gonna know what you're doing,
or just too fucking like you look like it's your first day as a whore, right? Any of that shit, and you're gonna end up in jail. The whores on the strip are the girls that have connections with pimps, and those pimps have connections with the casinos. The whores on the strip are the whores that the casinos want on the strip. That means they're going to be
actually true, and that's the reason that there's so many Native American women like
they're going to be young, and most importantly, they're going to be of legal age. You're not that's the thing. At these fucking massage parlors, some of these massage parlors, I've walked out because the girl looked to be about 15 years old. I'm like, no.
Right.
Yeah. You will not encounter that problem ever.
Okay. So
at Las Vegas Strip,
is there any
of legal age?
Is there any women, that you see regularly, or like, oh, that's someone I like to see more regularly?
Yeah, yes, I have a regular. Yeah.
Okay. There's a.
I've only been using this girl for a few.
Using this girl.
Yeah.
Shaggy, you're so gross.
That's what it is. I've only been using.
No, I think it's just really gross. And then you say that you're like a holy man, and it's just like you're literally using women for sex. Like,
hold on. I'll address that. If I was a practitioner of Hinduism, I was like a Kori priest. That wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't be judged for that.
If judging you, I just as a woman, I think it's and as someone who thinks that once they want to have a relationship.
John C. Bennett, who was Joseph Smith's best friend until he got.
You're roboting. We can't hear you.
Joseph Smith's best friend, John C. Bennett, who was Joseph's best friend before he got kicked out of the church. He believed that you could even sleep with a prostitute and.
It was fine.
And God would be okay with
it. And also that comes along with like the Brighamite stuff, right? So I found as historically like a Mormon, right? I found like war letters between Brigham Young and my great grandmother, right? Where they were talking about fucking prostitutes. And they fought and they had Confederate. Like that's one cool thing about Mormons is that they literally they're the best, like some of the best archivists, and I think that's why I became an archivist. Maybe it was just in my blood. I don't know, but they were talking about fucking prostitutes all the way back then, dude. Like,
well, it's the oldest.
Sorry,
it's the oldest profession.
Well, hold on. You're saying if Brigham Young, who's like the second greatest prophet, is like talking
Brigham Young was fucking prostitutes with my great granddad.
Then how the fuck am I?
I'm not judging you. I just think it's so interesting. Like it's interesting.
So do you when you meet up with these prostitutes, do you talk to them about Mormonism?
No, they don't speak much English. They're trafficked. These are women who have been sex trafficked.
Oh, so you're like literally contributing to the problem.
I would go to like an only like at least like I don't know, online people probably have less chance of being trafficked, but who knows? I've never gone to one.
These girls in many cases have no idea what country they're
in. That's good.
That's really
good to know.
Really
that's bad. But there's this comic book that I like a lot. That's like a graphic novel. It's written by a guy who's kind of a little autistic, and for him, and he felt it was just easier to go to sex workers over having a girlfriend because he liked having friendships, and then
all right. So these places are much better than that. You like for $200 with a prostitute, you get sex.
That's why no one is. Like wants to have a relationship, by the way.
For $200 at one of these places, they give you like the greatest fucking massages you ever had. then they have sex with you. It's awesome, right?
Right.
And these girls are really happy to do it because
but the
compared to
thing
where
is,
they're
it's like Shaggy. Like, I can't have sex with someone that if I'm not like into them. Like, I don't have some kind of a connection with them.
yeah, but like you're not being forced into it by like the Asian mafia. So
I don't know about that, but if they're being trafficked, they're probably being forced or in some way. But
well, no, they know that like where they are, they can have like shit like KFC and McDonald's and shit. Like, they're not. They're used to like literally eating bugs and fucking like where they come from is truly horrible. So they don't care that they've been trafficked. They just happy they're no longer in that shithole anymore. They may not speak any English and they may not know where the fuck they are, but they know the grocery store has all sorts of good shit in it, and the pimp sure gave them a lot of money.
I mean, I just. We all have our different moral and ethical things. I just couldn't do it.
Well, I'm a man of God. I am a very
right.
You're not. You're not a man of God.
You're saying that. You're saying that in a kind of.
He doesn't actually think it.
I think it's pretty disgusting. I mean, are you joking about?
He actually thinks he's a man of God, but he loves prostitutes.
Yes, I do unironically think that I am a man of God. Perhaps not in the sense that a Catholic would see it, but I think that I would have gotten along well with Joseph Smith, or Joseph Smith would have
probably. Yeah, he was an abuser towards women. Like, there are so many documents, and I'm sure you know these, Shaggy, of women who were his wives or his young wives or children who fled. You know, Joseph Smith and his family and his peons fucking killed at least 4 women for trying to run away.
Oh, that's a lie.
That's not a lie. That is not a lie.
Yeah, that's just a lie. And
not a lie. No, it's not. Have you not seen some of those historical documents? Like, that's real. And the Latter-day Saint keeps those on file. Like,
it's like in 400 years, people are arguing about secular lore, and someone says, "Well, Brian Dunn was fucking children." Mormon Shaggy
said children. But when you have girls' journals and their documents saying, like, I tried to escape, like, all this
girls' journals, those are so fucking.
Wait, can I ask what? I'm just curious. Are you in your 30s or 20s?
30s.
Okay, so we're all the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm just, my whole thing is that, like, I'm not gonna agree. You're talking about the man I regard as a prophet. What the fuck is the point of saying that shit to me?
I'm just talking to you about it as someone who grew up, like, historically Mormon, right? And we've talked about this. I think this is that I'm not I'm not a practicing fucking Mormon. I have the Book of Mormon right here on my table, but I'm not a practicing Mormon. I'm trying to, like, talk to you. Like, I don't, like, Mormonism is bullshit. There's certain things about it I like just from a communal level, right? I love their interest in family and community. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
But when it comes to actual Mormonism, which literally I was bred from, it's been a crazy ride knowing what my fucking family was up to. And you're a convert. So I think your opinions are shit. Shaggy. Sorry. We've said this before.
Here's the thing about polygamy, right? I think that God designed white people to procreate through polygamous union.
No.
I'm not saying what is, I'm just telling you
why do you think polygamy works? To reproduce more white people?
Yeah, I think without it we'll go extinct.
We're not. This whole idea that there's overpopulation or there's underpopulation, these are not real things.
Well, no,
Mormon families. One of my best friends bought a bunker.
I just think maybe, Shaggy, maybe you should find a place where there isn't trafficked women.
Yeah.
And you feel better about it. If you know that
he doesn't care that the person is trafficked. He thinks they're lucky to be trafficked.
Is he being, like, provocative?
He's not. He actually believes that. He believes it. There's times when Shaggy says things,
Is this
but
like
this point about hold on, I'm also defending you. I'm saying he does believe in polygamy.
Slim, be quiet. I also think that part of it is that Shaggy likes that they're trafficked.
Jesus,
he enjoys that.
I do.
This isn't a joke.
Wait, let him talk.
That is a turn on. I like foreign women. I like women who are exotic. And I don't like women who look exotic but then talk to you with an American accent. I like women who are actually like
can't speak.
Exotic.
Who can't speak. And don't know where they are.
Banned him. He's disgusting. Fuck him. I don't care.
He is. Like, that's real. He's not being ironic. Just like he used to say.
No, RD, if you don't unban Shaggy, I'm leaving, bro.
He like rapes women. That's basically what he's
This whole fucking server is about lolcows, nigga.
Yeah, he's a lolcow.
Unban him.
Well, I'm okay with him being unbanned, but you have to remember.
I just don't know what the line is. I feel like
it's not. But guess what? Fucking Axel's gonna be in here tomorrow. Then what do we do? We're all in a server with fucking pedophiles again.
What's the point of this server? What's the point of this
is a
disaster.
Disaster.
Do that?
Yeah.
Fuck me, bro.
This is a disaster waiting to happen, so we might as well
Shaggy is a disgusting person.
Yes.
Who likes having sex with trafficked women. It turns him on. The fact that they're trafficked turns him on.
He also was a self-admitted pedophile for quite a while.
He's a crazy man who lives on a boat.
Yeah.
That's what this server was supposed to be about.
True.
Fine. Well, fine. I'll unban. I don't really. I just don't know if I can. I need to think about
the thing is, okay, so Rusty, we banned Shaggy. We got to ban this person. We got to ban that, and that's what we were talking about yesterday. It's like either an open server full of all these psychos, which we know we're not psychos, right? We don't condone pedophilia or sex trafficking or anything like that, right? We know that. But one thing that you're going to have to think about is that you're going to be... They're all like this. Like, all these lolcows are so crazy that you're going to be linked with them. We're going to be linked with them. We already are, right? At the end of the day. Like, everyone... I get shit on all the time for, like, knowing these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you ban them...
I don't know. Maybe my line is that if you brag about raping women, you get banned.
You know what my line? You know what my line was?
That's the line.
Hold on. Wait. No, let me finish because I gotta go do something. So listen. When he was saying those things about Brian's daughter, and as someone who has listened, I've heard Brian's daughter. I've seen pictures of him and his daughter and his little videos. I know he loves his daughter. But to hear, that was my line, was when he was saying Brian done shoves his penis in this little girl's mouth.
Listen to me, Ollie. If you want a nice conversation between people who respect each other and are friends with each other, we have a server for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That server already exists.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I feel like you okay. I don't know. I mean, does anyone else have a thought on like the line of like?
My line was
the line is
the line doesn't exist.
No, the line is breaking terms of service.
Yeah.
Discord. That's the line.
Yeah. That's why I was telling you, Rusty. I was like, maybe like adjust
I don't mind it, and it's fine. But we're already doing this shit where it's like,
this
is supposed to be funny.
I get that it's funny, but I feel like that's like 99% of people will be fine as long as you don't.
We're sitting here talking about someone like who
to
loves
me that's LARPing as a pedo.
It is, and that is, I think, a reason the rule. I think that's a reason the rule was made. But in my opinion, So this guy has locked as a pedo for a while. We've had all these people in here who have done terrible shit. One person is banned from this fucking server.
Well, now it's not one person anymore. It's
two. It's like, okay, so I don't agree with that. The other person that's banned brings a lot of content. He's very funny.
He does.
I'll let him defend himself if he comes back.
Are you going to ban him and bring him in to defend himself?
Yeah.
We can kangaroo court him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
We've done it
ban
before.
him, and I'll try
You
to.
can message him.
I'll try to get him. I'll do some. What is it called? Where you're trying to make someone not gay, or whatever.
Yeah. Also, Rusty, don't take. Hold on. Rusty's taking so much on himself. And the thing is, like, dude, we've dealt with this shit for so long.
I mean, this was the whole joke about this whole situation.
Yeah.
It was your idea, RZA.
It was yours, yeah.
Because I knew you'd be like this, and I thought this is going to be fucking hilarious.
But he's a just ruler, and then we've got Shamu, and, like, everything's fine. But the thing is, it's like, if we're sitting here talking to, like, Shaggy, talking about, like, pedophilia is okay, sex trafficking's great, whatever. That's Shaggy, right? That's what they do. It's like we could bring DJ Axel in and have him fucking defend his fucking bullshit. But we would not even do it.
In Shaggy's defense, I will say that he said, which I don't believe, by the way, I think he thought it was his fucking birthday when this happened, but he did pretend that he turned up to one of these places and one of the girls looked young and he left. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't even. Well, part of me felt like he was just lying. Like I
he lied. He told. Did you believe Shaggy when it was like Shalyn actually was at this meetup? No, he lied.
Well, no, I knew that was a lie. But what I'm talking about is like
everything else. Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. I pro clutched, but
bring Jake in. Bring him in and put him on court. That's what I think should happen because I think it's a bit. This is what we're doing.
Wait, where is he from? Like San Francisco or something?
Jake or Shaggy?
No, Shaggy.
He's originally from California.
Right,
Not there anymore.
I just wonder because I think there's people I knew from San Francisco, and there was like a culture of like going to weird Jack Shacks and shit, like sex work.
Yeah,
shit,
it's gross. Yeah, and I've heard about it too. Like in your area, those exist because of boat.
I guess they exist everywhere, but like it's just I wasn't surprised.
Not like pinning it on you, but boat. That guy that came in that showed porn.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a Japanese massage parlor, and I helped him find one at one point.
Well, I guess
you got a lot of fucking cows in. Like this is a real thing. This is what people do. Yikes. I say put Jake on court and we courted him.
I'm not gonna do. Jake is a representation of our friend, and it's a kind of like
he's not here.
Symbol. It's a symbol of like a nod to Tenderman. Like
you know what? Also was a symbol. You know who else Tenderman hated? Shaggy, so Go, all these people.
Well, I can understand why he hates him. He's a fucking.
So we're gonna have someone who like literally defended DJ Axel for being like a fucking pedophile in there, at the same time as saying that he loves sex trafficking and all this stuff. Like it's like, and then people who literally got.
Can I just say that someone doesn't even interact with this server?
I got in trouble. I woke up to people messaging me after people were threatening me last night in the server. So, do I care about it? No, but am I in trouble?
Whatever.
No.
I don't care about it.
I'm friends with Tenderman, but he doesn't have to be.
I just don't care about Jake. I don't care. It's like a joke. It's a meme to me now. I don't care about that guy.
Yeah, I don't care about him either. But he is stupid, crazy nigger, and that's the point of this server.
There's plenty of those people on fucking. That's my thing. Okay,
I'd rather talk to Jake than fucking Shaggy talking about molestation, which I've had to do before.
Well, I'd rather talk to Oprah because she's my queen. That's the only. Well, that's the only person I trust, honestly, is Oprah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I only trust like a couple people here. So.
Jitley, do you like Oprah?
Hell no, I hate news.
Also, Shitley, hold on, can I say something? Shitley literally doxed me.
But the main issue is the Oprah issue.
You understand that? I'm fine with Shitley. Shitley, stop. You
quit your bitching.
You doxed the fuck out of me. Yes, you did.
I did not.
You did. And then I blocked you. And I said, don't dox me, nigger. That's fucking shitty. You posted my face and my address. A plate game.
Shaylin, everybody posts your ass and your address all the time.
It wasn't.
You see me
it was my face. You did do that, and we've talked about it, and I've forgiven you for it. So what I'm saying is, it's like...
And Shaylin, either way, this was years ago.
No, it was last year.
What about Gail and Oprah? Do you think they're like secretly a lesbian couple? You know,
I think this is such a crapshoot that I'd rather just go somewhere where we can like actually trust each other. Honestly,
what now? Oh, I just thought it was trying to make an Oprah joke.
It's funny that we're like sitting here. All these people have doxed each other, swatted each other, tried to steal tokens from people to get their IP grabbed and all this stuff. Yeah. And they're all here. The least dangerous person out of everyone that has been allowed in the server is banned.
But I don't
know. Penderman is cucking the Jake content and he's not even here.
But like, I don't care about Jake.
Jake. Yeah. Jake never doxed or swatted anyone. Jake never threatened to show up at someone's house. All the people that are in here are stopped.
No, I mean, that is complete it doesn't matter whether you care about these people. That's not the point of it. This isn't Rusty server full of his fucking friends.
No, listen. It just doesn't make any logical sense. I'm sitting, hold on. No, we're all sitting in here with people who have literally witnessed doxing, swatting, fucking all this crazy fucking shit, right? We're sitting here talking to these people, right? Ferd's like fucking playing video games and shit, right? And like
I appreciate
playing movies. Yeah, but you know what Ferd did? Ferd doxed my fucking ass.
Okay.
Some of these people have swatted. I know, but what I'm saying is this is like Jake's not dangerous compared to the people we've been talking to. And he's the only one excluded because someone's feelings are fucking.
I don't like it. I just don't care about him. Like, there's a million people that can enter the server. He could even,
I just think, like, under, like, the rules and, like, the way these people, like, we literally have dates.
Shaylin,
Jade, hold on.
You're niggering right now.
Aiden's in here, fucking Warhammer, who threatened to swat me. All these fucking people that I've made my peace with, so I don't care. But what I'm saying is, like, it's not a consistent rule. Like, we're bringing everyone in from the sector is what you're doing, except for Jade. That's fucked. Pod Awful's in here.
It's like the Matrix. Some rules in the Matrix.
You're just scared that fucking Thunderman's gonna be mad at you. And I get that.
No, to me, it's more like I have friends in real life that they're like, I hate this person. I'm like, okay, I'll hate him too.
Well, how many people are in here that I hate? Rusty? I woke up to Lynn's gonna get. Hold on, I woke up. Can I say something? Shut up, Shitley. I woke up today at 10
I didn't even
o'clock.
say nothing, you fucking whore. And don't
I'm just going to be quiet. I love you.
You won't love me to shine my fucking shoe.
I literally woke up. I came into a VC about you guys talking about
Jesus is still
kicking me.
fucking trying because his boyfriend
the
Roscoe
Pirate
ran
King,
away, and now
the
his gay
Pirate
ass
King
is
has
all alone.
returned.
I don't care about Shaggy. I fucking don't care. I'm not talking about Shaggy. But I literally... Shaggy, shut up for 1 second.
Shaggy, nobody... Let Shaggy speak. God damn it.
No.
He's an Latter-day Saint.
Guys,
But he's an
I woke up
woman.
listening
He's an
to you guys talking about kicking me.
Open up.
I don't get it.
Piss in your mouth.
We're not going to do anything.
Open your fucking mouth.
All you're going to do is just mute and monologue.
Slap your face and piss in
All
your
you're going to
fucking
do
mouth.
is mute and monologue.
Open your mouth. I'm going to fucking rinse your mouth out with my
No, you're
piss.
not.
I didn't know who you are.
I'm going to fucking open your mouth and I'm going to piss
No, you're
in
not.
it. Yeah, I am. I'm doing it right now, bitch. I'm gonna piss right in your mouth. Fuck you.
Nope.
Get a good fucking mouthful of it, bitch. Get a good fucking mouthful of
Yeah,
Shaggy.
sorry, I don't swing that way.
Rinse
Sorry.
it around in your mouth, bitch. Rinse it around.
I don't
Rinse
swing
it
that
around.
way.
Get a good
Sorry.
taste for it. Get a good
I
fucking
don't swing
flavor
that way.
for it. You swing whatever fucking way my
Alright,
dick
just
slaps
watching
you, bitch.
movie.
You swing whatever fucking way the 8-inch
No.
fucking dick slaps you. Yeah? Yeah,
I'm
you
not
swing whatever
I'm not one of the
you
teenagers
swing
you have
whatever
sex with.
fucking
Sorry.
way daddy tells you, bitch.
Daddy
You swing whatever
tells you.
way daddy tells you, little bitch. Now rinse your mouth out with my piss.
Nope.
Rinse your mouth out with my piss. Guzzle it down. Guzzle it down like a good little bitch. Guzzle it down.
Okay, can I say something?
Guzzle it down, bitch.
Never mind. I can't.
Alright, I've muted him. I'm done with
Can't
him.
say
I'm
shit.
done with him.
I don't care. I don't care if you've muted anyone, Shaggy. I think like a couple of us need to like go talk about a couple things, but that's
Wait, isn't it true that Shaggy
after
got
getting
passed
a
around
bunch of
by
Hey, Shaggy, you done said you were going to piss in his mouth. Are you going to spank him too?
No, I think I'm gonna. That's Grossley's job. That's Grossley's job. I'm just gonna piss in his mouth. He's just a ball wash to me. He ain't nothing but
That's
a
still
ball
pretty
wash.
hot. I mean,
I'm gonna say this. I love you, my friends, but I'm out of here. No.
If you donate to my channel, I will film myself pissing in Weezer's mouth, and you
Love you, Sean.
watch it.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
that's pretty hot.
I mean, I think Shaggy, you kind of shocked me with the trafficking thing. Like, just, was my personal reaction.
Okay, I can explain that if I don't get fucking booted.
Alright, that's why I unbanned you.
Who the fuck banned me? Because that pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, we spoke
Well,
about it. We sorted
it
it out. It's all right. That's
Don't
fine.
be the fact is, the world, like, sex is a commodity. Every woman has a sexual economic value to her. That's just a fact of life. That's not something I invented. It's been that way since literally the dawn of civilization. There's a reason prostitution is the oldest profession. That's where the idea of selling something came from. Because it's literally the world's most valuable fucking commodity. Okay? That's why, I mean, the fact of the matter is, the women around here, there's only two sorts of prostitutes. There are drug addicts, and you'll get AIDS, because this is California. Or you can go to the massage parlors, which are run by, like various different sorts of Asian mafia. Like the Yakuza and whatever the fucking equivalent of that is in China, Vietnam, and Korea. Like, bad people. But hey, there's a lot of shit you get from Walmart that's also made by bad people.
I thought you were like a sort of white kind of, you like the white people. Why are you fucking Chinese people?
The gate of racial purity is the woman's to keep. Realistically, if a man has a bunch of black and Asian children, that doesn't harm the white race. If a woman has a bunch of black and Asian children, that does harm the white race.
Well, because it's okay because there's no children.
No, there can be children. Again, if a white man goes and fathers a
Shaggy
bunch
loves
of black and
children, so
Asian
of course he wants
children,
children.
he now has children, but he has not contributed to the white race and not with his lineage. If a
Would you
woman is
like
a
to? Would
black
you
and
like to
Asian
have a wife?
children,
Would you like to have a wife and children, Shaggy?
Okay, so my strong beliefs is a wife is like an expensive car. It's really nice to have, but you shouldn't buy it on credit. I need the resources to take care of a woman before I take one. Unfortunately, it's sort of like, poverty is a thing, right? I live in California. The industry I work in doesn't offer a lot of job stability. I don't have a lot of money, quite frankly. I guess you could attack me on that platform, but that's kind of a scummy thing to do, and I don't think you'd really want to hold to that logic later in other conversations. So,
well, ideally, like that, you'd like. Would you?
Ideally, I would like a large family. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 wives, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get it. I mean, I wouldn't like that, but it's like, yeah, I get it.
I would like a large family, yeah.
Do you think like what do you think your expiration date is for even starting a family?
I'm a man, so 50. Like a man can have a family well into his later years, and even if even an old man, I guess, can take a salt wife. But my thing is, I wouldn't be incredibly bitter.
I think it really said assault wife.
That wouldn't really embitter me
what
all
a
that
fucking
much.
Nerd.
There's a lot of people on here who seem to think the biological imperative to procreate determines whether someone's life is of value or not. I think that's a really odd way to look at things, and it's certainly not a view of a person who worships Jesus would take.
Well, how do you think you make more Christians? You have kids.
Also, my personal heroes all died without children. Lovecraft.
Lovecraft. Yeah.
Pretty Howard blew his brains out. I'm pretty sure that Clark Ashton Smith died young.
He did, yeah. I mean, do you kind of see yourself as like a wise wizard in your chamber, kind of?
No. If you want to put it in Dungeons and Dragons terms, I'm probably a priest at a shrine, like not the highest ranking priest.
A goblin priest.
I'm not an orator. No, not
I think you're a goblin priest.
I see myself as a goblin shaman. No, I don't think I fulfill that role. I'm not like
you look like one.
King Cobra JF. I don't see myself as similar to him.
Okay.
No, but I think you look similar. I think if you Cyrus and King Cobra would like that'd be funny. You'd be like paint yourself green, have like a little shaving stick. I think it'd be alright. I think it fits the.
Well, you know what? If you want to pay me enough money, maybe one day I'll dress up as a goblin and do some weird shit like that. But again, that sort of entertainment costs money. That sort of entertainment costs money. People don't seem to want to pay that. Like, I need to be getting like.
You've already got it.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of difficult for me to take you seriously, knowing your history, but whatever.
True.
Well, okay, I think what shocked me was this kind of idea that you were saying, yeah, they're trafficked, whatever.
But
I don't care.
Like, here's the thing: like, we can have a serious conversation, or we can have a bullshit conversation. We have a conversation about sex trafficking, or we can have a conversation about who's the fucking goblin priest. I mean, they're two different sorts.
Right. Okay. Well, I would say, for me, I don't go to prostitutes. I have a wife, but if that was my thing, I would probably try to find some kind of sex worker that was self-employed. You'd think that is kind of the best way, but those are more expensive, is my assumption, right?
So something really weird happened to me the last time, right? And this is actually a bit worse. So I go to this place. It's a massage parlor. Now, the last place I was going to, I come to find out at this place why they're no longer in business. And so because these people knew about those people, I just made assumptions, right? So I asked the girl, how much. I mentioned I know about the other place. And she's like, oh, you're into that, huh? It's like, yeah, do you guys offer services like that? And she's like, well, okay. And I'm not going to say, give you a play-by-play, but afterwards I found out this girl isn't a prostitute. I basically just offered her money for sex, and she said yes.
She sounds like a prostitute. I think that's what a prostitute does.
Yeah, but that was her first time. I just randomly offered this guy. I don't think this girl has been trafficked. I
think she played you. I think she thought you might find it was exciting if you thought it was her first time. I doubt.
No, it was definitely her first time. There's certain signs she did not act.
I don't know. You're a bit gullible, bro. I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, I have an 8-inch dick. Do you think you're going to make me feel insecure about it?
Break an X on that.
It's growing because it was 7 inches last year.
No, it's always been 8 inches.
Maybe he's joking.
Yeah, he's joking.
Joking?
No, I'm not.
Joking? He's joking?
I don't lie about things because then I'm going to have to back it up, and I've had to back this up before.
You lie all the time. You've been lying in this VC all night, Shaggy.
If I was going to lie, you guys wouldn't know about.
You said that Brian Dunn fucked his daughter every night, and you admitted it was a lie.
Sorry, I'm losing interest in talking to you because I just don't think you're a very sincere person.
It's okay.
You've always got the secondary agenda.
I feel like you're kind of. I guess for you, it's in some ways you're kind of like a trad person, but then in other ways you're kind of trying to. Feels like you're back.
Trad, right?
Yeah. So look, I don't think it's prostitution.
He's only trad
is necessarily a good thing. It's just that society is decayed. If I were to take a wife, that's a huge risk. If you found a good woman, I'm very happy for you. That's great.
Nick Fuentes over here.
I don't know what the wife. I'm going to need right. It's just. So I don't really listen to Nick Fuentes.
No, I know, but there's that kind of argument that women are so degenerate. In Nick's case, he said it's okay to look at Well,
it's not women. It's in general. It's I would say American women. American women in general are very much. I mean, they're by the time they're degenerate. But by the time they're adults, they have an attitude about it. It's very difficult for a woman to find a relationship with God and then keep a relationship with God. It's difficult for a man to do it, but it's especially difficult for a woman who is naturally inclined towards sin. If we're being honest, women are more naturally inclined towards sin. And that's an argument in and of itself I don't really have time for.
He's a gross little man.
Did he mute you?
Yeah, I muted them. Or you just mute them.
It makes it funny that you can't hear it.
If you want to actually have a conversation with me, I'll do that, but I'm not going
to. I do not want to have a conversation with him. He's a disgusting pervert.
If you want to know my opinion, based on my experience
I want to know his opinion. He's a stupid lolcow.
I'm not going to dance with him.
Well, I mean, do you ever discuss this sounds strange, but does your family know you go to these places? Is it something
my family are secular. I'm the only one who has any sort of religious conviction in my family. They don't care what I do. As long as I pay for it, they don't give a damn what I do. They might have an opinion.
They put him on a boat and send him out to sea. They don't care.
Are they were they Gen X kind of people?
His dad
they're boomers, but they're liberals. My dad's a British hippie, and my mom's an American hippie. So
that's why you're kind of West Coast based. That makes sense. like hippie types and the
Yeah, that's why I say hella a lot. That's why I talk the way I do and wear fucking shirts as jackets because I'm Californian.
Right.
I might be right wing, but I'm still Californian.
Were you more left wing like when in your early 20s, like
Well,
teen?
all right. So growing up, I just assumed that left wing equaled good and right wing equaled bad. That's just how it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy's
I
a gay
assume there's a
man.
place in the country where that dynamic is
friends,
completely
and
reversed.
they all come to meet him at Disney World. Gay.
Well,
I can verify
into,
that.
as a kid, what was like? Were you into like video games, like sport? Like, what was your thing? Like as a teenager?
As a teenager, I was really into Invader Zim. I was into goth bullshit. I was really into.
Yeah,
So
I love that.
my mom sort of fucked me up. I was raised with my mom practicing this shit called Wicca.
Oh,
Which I'm not going to dignify it by calling it witchcraft. It's more like neo-paganism. It's
right.
some stupid bullshit.
I've heard of it. I know it. Yeah. So she practiced that.
Yeah, and that was sort of something I was into at that age as a teenager.
And then how did you kind of get out of it? Like just being online, looking at different ideas?
Mein Kampf. I read Mein Kampf.
What spoke to you? Just like the way that he, like, what was it like? What was about it?
The need for Christianity in white society and what will happen. The things he predicted that are happening today.
But I mean, I guess everyone says this, but like, was not as it got you, but like Hitler wasn't a Christian though. I mean, I guess he understood the need.
He was Catholic. He was devoutly Catholic. The Catholic Church was actually very much on his side during the war because it was the Italians and the Catholic Germans versus the Protestant Americans and British. We don't really like to think of that, but Ireland was also on side with the Nazis because, again, Catholic. It really did play into it more than you might think because they were fighting the Jews. But, the Catholics lost that war. The Catholic Church became basically a shell operation. It was hollowed out and filled up with, new people to operate it.
Right. Yeah, because they in Nazi Germany, they basically believed Catholicism had to be.
The two world wars were really about the Catholic Church trying to reassert itself as the Roman Empire that it had been before, and that was more true with the second time. The first time they just funded it because the Kaiser was a monarchist, right? They worked with monarchists, but they hadn't outright just taken over. But Hitler was actually an imperialist, and so the Catholic Church was really fond of him.
So there's lots of people that really like the occult aspects of the
the occult aspects of Catholicism, if you ever look.
Or no, but like the whole Hyperbian thing, or like Vikings.
Well, you can get into Rudolf Hess's like hobbies if you like, but like to be honest with you, no. It all.
No, I'm just saying it's interesting how there's people love that.
Talking about jobs against these people because they want to turn them into characters in real life.
Adolf Hitler had a Charlie Chaplin mustache.
Like the fact of the matter is that this was the Catholic Church was very much a factor in that war, and what the Catholic Church is today, hollow corpse full of maggots and pedophiles. That is the result of its final death, really, during that war. The church essentially died, but it still had millions of worshippers and such. But it had lost the war. It had to surrender all control over to other people. As the entity it was, it ceased to exist. Now, The world we live in today is one
Well,
where the Catholic Church just sanctions everything. The Church of England is hiring gay, trans people to be priests. It's like, that's why I think that Adolf Hitler was on the side of good, because the people who cast him down were clearly on the side of evil, which is evident given the actions that they took right after the war and the actions of those who rule as their successors.
You know they let niggers and trannies in the Mormon church now?
Well, the Mormon Church is Deseret Industries. They're going to sell to everyone they can. Deseret Industries also makes couches if you want to buy one. They make the Book of Mormon, but they also make fucking, glassware and, cookery. Like,
I want to ask you, Shaggy, how comfortable is a Mormon couch? What is it made of? Is it like memory foam?
Never actually
Can you tell us about these Mormon couches?
No, Deseret Industries doesn't much operate as a company outside the Midwest, so I've never had the pleasure of eating at a Deseret Industries restaurant, sitting on a couch. But from what I hear, it's actually top quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's not shit poor people buy.
It's a thrift store.
Yeah. So I assume by the way you're describing it, they're pretty high-end couches, right?
There's very much a community of wealthy Mormons. There's a wealthy Mormon community, which is honestly what most people think of when they think of Mormons, is large families with lots of money. And then there's various other type groups of Mormons and shit. And that's why you get fucking snails in here calling you Jack Mormon and shit, because I don't fucking fit a certain stereotype.
Well, you're not a Latter-day Saint?
I am a Latter-day Saint, yeah. I'm an elder. In
He's an Latter-day Saint.
I'm just
a Latter-day Saint.
Yeah, I'm just not Provo royalty.
Can you tell me about Joseph Smith?
Yeah. He was God's most beloved prophet. He was different than most other prophets in the church, because whereas the prophet today is the man that God chose to be the leader of the Latter-day Saints, Joseph Smith was actually chosen to be a representative to all humanity. So, yeah, that's Joseph Smith.
I'm a big fan of Joseph Smith.
You're a fan of him?
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy.
It's clearly trolling.
Right. He's I was reading about how he got like tarred and feathered for apparently being interested in a younger girl, like in one of the villages he was in. Let me look it up.
Like marry a 14-year-old, right?
Yeah, or he was hitting on her. Let me look it up. The tarred and feathering of Joseph Smith.
You'll find he actually fucked her.
Oh, well, what a piece of shit. Fuck Joseph Smith.
Well, no, God told him to do it. There's
right. As long as God tells you to do it. I feel like I'm an atheist with like maladying, but I mean, sometimes
I don't mean like God told him to do it like that. I mean, he literally sent an angel who would threaten and choke him if he didn't do it.
I think what's interesting, Shaggy, is it feels like for you, it almost feels like there's these things that society kind of looks down on, but then if there's a religious reason or something, then it's okay.
Yeah, society is really fucked up by going away from religion.
Right. But if you find like a religious reason to like see a prostitute, or if this person saw a prostitute, it's like,
no. I make jokes about John C. Bennett, but the truth is that was Joseph's best friend, and Joseph still kicked him out of the church because he was preaching that it was okay to get drunk and fuck whores. What I do is not okay. I should not. That's an addiction that I deal with.
Well, yeah, it's an addiction. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, if I have $200, it's very tempting for me to spend that on a prostitute, especially because I know where it's available. I know how the safe way to go about it.
But I don't know. I just think I know many people don't care, but for me, if I knew the person was being kind of enticed or pushed into it, I just wouldn't feel, and I wouldn't enjoy it. But that's just me. I wouldn't want to do that. But yeah. Is there a part of you that's like, fuck, they don't like it?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm in the Latter-day Saints church. Do you know how many people I know who they don't know I know the sins they're committing? Because one of my very close friends is a prolific drug dealer and pimp. And so this is actually a woman who does this. So she, tells me, I know many of your friends from church. Yeah, they talk to my girls. They see my girls. And so I know a lot of these guys who look down on me for having a bad language, right? They don't know any of the other shit, but they don't like the fact that I have very right-wing politics, even for a Mormon. They don't like the fact that I curse. And I know that, I may curse. They may have clean language, but me and them have something else in common. Right? No, I have an 8-inch cock. I'm sorry.
Let me see.
My issue is it's not a good idea to pull my dick out here because I've done it
Turn
before.
your camera on and
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that in here.
Yeah, it's not a good idea because I don't know who's here, and I don't want my dick literally posted everywhere in the sector. Like some people might be okay with that. I'm not.
Right, well then shift over to DMs, mate. DMs always open, mate.
Like, I'm not going to also be sending other men pictures of my dick. Like, I've got to at least be seeing someone's pussy in the dick.
I'll send you a picture of a pussy.
Do you ever feel like the reason, is it hard for you to have something like a girlfriend is because it's hard for you to relate to other people like that?
As I said, it's not like any physical inadequacy. I'm not a bad-looking guy, and as I said, what I'm working with is actually a lot larger than what most women are comfortable with. The issue.
So what's the issue?
I was going to get to that.
Well, I'm excited to hear.
Yeah, I've got mental health issues. I've got that'll drive women away like a bad smell.
Well, Shaggy, are there any single women at the church you run? Are there any single women at the church? Are there any single women at the church you run?
I'd never run after women at church.
There are two sorts of women at that church. There are LARPers, and I'm really not into Christian LARP. You can say what you want about me.
You're not a Christian if you know what LARPing means, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, if you want to say that I'm eccentric, I'll take that. I don't mind that. If you want to call me crazy, that's just.
How do you know unless you get to know them?
If I honestly give a fuck at all about your
Shaggy, I think you'd be more likely to find a woman in the church than anywhere. I'm trying to give you advice here.
I'm just saying, I recently left the mid-singles ward because there's so many women there who are LARPing, and it's a real turnoff to me. It's like, to me...
Do you ever go up to a woman that's praying and you just go, "You're fucking LARPing, you stupid bitch, get out of my church"? That's what I'd do. If you know they're LARPing, mate, you need to state it.
So, it's to me, my religion is a really serious issue. It's something that means a lot to me.
He rambles.
If a woman is treating it like playing house, or this is something that she does specifically just to find a husband that meets certain criteria, I get very turned off by that. In fact, it bothers me that that's even allowed in the church. I understand why. They can't really start kicking people out for not being pious enough. But,
Were you diagnosed as having autism as a kid?
No, I don't have autism.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder as a kid.
But did you have issues with your behavior? Were you rambunctious?
I tried to push one of my teachers in front of a moving vehicle.
Oh, were you angry at her? For them?
Yeah. Yes, I was angry.
Why?
Don't recall.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the point of the matter is, like,
Central.
Like, I was answering that question about the women. Yeah, no, I just, I'm also worried that, like, I'm a trusting person. I get stabbed in the back a lot. It fucking sucks. And getting stabbed in the back by someone you consider a friend, really, that's a really shitty experience. Especially in a community. I'm not going to get into it, but in a community like this, when it happens, like, a bunch of fucking scumbags are going to point and laugh at you as well. And sometimes that's specifically why that person stabbed you in the back, is to win approval with a bunch of anonymous scumbags who would just as happily see them stabbed in the back as well. So, like, that's just this sector. That's not every sector. In the church, there's a different sort of backstabbing that goes on, which is entirely different and entirely more insidious. But
you ever been excommunicated from a church?
No, I've never been excommunicated or disfellowshipped.
Okay.
Do you have a best friend now? Do you have a best friend now, like someone you can actually trust?
I've got, I still have many best friends. I have many friends and people I care about. I'm just saying that I'm a trusting person. If you are a trusting person, if you're someone who's naturally, like, just willing to, like, put faith in someone's good nature, you're going to end up getting stabbed in the back constantly. So you've got a roadmap of scars back there, at least emotionally speaking. That's true of everyone who's like that. So, I mean, that's another reason I don't really find it easy to take a wife, because that's not just trusting someone with your heart. I've had girlfriends. Like, I didn't just immediately start fucking whores. Like, I've been with 15 women on an intimate basis, like boyfriend-girlfriend shit. Before I even started screwing prostitutes, right?
And they stabbed you?
I didn't start having sex with prostitutes till my late mid-20s.
So were they in real life girlfriends or anything? Or mostly online?
I wasn't even on the internet in my mid-20s. The only thing I did online was World of Warcraft back then.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So if you had girlfriends back then, would you just say, like, your kind of, like, the way you connect with people changed, in the last decade or whatever?
No, it's that, like, first off, it can be emotionally painful to get into those relationships, and it's like having a job and getting fired, but worse. Basically, that's what that is, and part of the reason, like, when I became a Christian and started screwing prostitutes, ironically, it was because I was just done with trying to establish that sort of relationship. And then, ironically, I joined the one fucking branch of Christianity where, no, you're actually supposed to take a wife. But the thing of it is that I've got trust issues. It's that simple. I mean, if you want to psychoanalyze me over it.
Right. Well, I guess a lot of people do. But, I don't know. Do you like where you are in life right now?
I'm an addictions counselor. I work with the homeless population. I think I do a lot of good work.
Yeah. I guess, how do you feel? Like, I used to be addicted to crack and heroin. I'm sober 12 years.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Do you think that what do you think about, like, some people are against the clean needle? So I'm for that stuff, but
harm reduction. I'm all against. Yeah. I'm very much against harm reduction. That shit has ruined the addiction industry. That shit is partially why I'm out of work right now. That shit is poison. It makes it impossible for people like me to do our jobs. That and the overregulation is, why it's taking me 4 months just to start working at a job they've already hired me for.
Oh, like in like rehabs and stuff, or just?
I'm not going to get too specific as to what.
Sorry. Yeah, I get it. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like harm reduction stuff. It's just people, like for you, it's like these people are just in the streets handing shit out, and it's not like any.
I don't. I think like the reality is the system is trying to find a secular solution to a spiritual problem.
Right.
These people do not need programs and encouragement. They need church. They need to get right with God. And we don't have a program that funnels people back into the church of their religious affiliation. We specifically avoid that due to lawsuits. So
you just tell me AA. What do you think of AA?
AA is a recipe for an alcoholic disaster. AA specifically does not work long term. It'll keep you off alcohol, and what it does is that shit will mentally bubble up like a cyst. If you study psychology at all, that addiction isn't going anywhere. It's just boiling under a lid.
Yeah.
And eventually it has to pop. It has to. And at that point, it's just going to overflow.
Well, I'll say I didn't, I'm sober this long. AA didn't work for me. But
AA doesn't actually work. AA can work for. Here's the thing: AA can work for decades. But like when it that shit bursts, even if the actual intake of alcohol isn't that bad, the spiritual damage is enormous. It's a false religion. I think that AA is an incredibly harmful thing. I think it is better to be the most orthodox sort of Jew or Christian or Muslim than to be involved in AA significantly. Because the people who get in AA to a serious degree become just as devout as the members of Al Qaeda, but rather than some great god or goal they're working towards, all they have is these little coins that declare them to be a loser.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that AA is the wrong turn that you make when what these people need is a church. You see, AA, people get forced into it because of legal reasons, really. They have to do it to avoid going to court or to jail or to prison. And, for the first time, someone gives them, something to believe in. But it's a very hollow thing to believe in. AA will get you sober, and that's it. If you were a shitty person before you started drinking, once they get you sober, they're just putting a shitty person back onto the street. It doesn't get you to salvation, and it doesn't get you to a point where you're a good person.
Right. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I just found my wife. That's all that happened for me. I fell in love, and
that's a better way to do it. That's a better way to do it. But the thing I'd caution you is, how old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay, yeah. How long have you been married?
8 years, and we've been together for 12.
That's great. You got to get that shit all the way to the end, or it means nothing.
Yeah. Oh, what? Like, just in terms of, like...
You got to get that shit all the way to the end, or it means absolutely nothing.
Like, you mean like having kids? Or what?
No,
like,
I mean, you have to actually get, like, if at any point she divorces you, none of it means anything at all. In the eyes of society, it means nothing. Because, your kids are now the product of a failed marriage. In the eyes of God, it means nothing because, this is supposed to be a religious vow. At some point, one or both of you have fucked up. And it means nothing in the eyes of nature because, everything is doomed to die at some point. At some point, there will be a dead.
So you're saying, like, what do you mean by the end? Like, going into, like, get in the context, like, I need to do this
No, I mean you have to get married to that woman until one of you dies.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about either of us leaving each other. Yeah,
yeah,
I think it'll be fair.
Because of that, and you know what? Like that's great. But again,
Shaggy.
But here's the thing: before you tell me about how great marriage is, because I do hear that from some people in the church, and I listen to them. But those people are like 89 years old and have been together for 50 years. Before you're going to tell me how great marriage is, you need to get to where they are. That's just my point there.
What? Yeah. What were you saying, Ghost of Nicola?
Oh, I've got him muted. I can't hear his ass.
Morning, Shaggy. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Going back, you said AA just leaves you as like a shitty person?
No. If you were a shitty person before you started drinking, and AA gets you clean, and they get you past the point of being dry, you will still be a shitty person.
That's not how it works. I've got multiple friends in the program, and they've done 180s in their personalities. So.
I've got multiple coworkers who are in the program. They're some of the most shitty people I know. Do you know how they?
Right, because they're probably being a dry drunk. And there's a
lot they're actually an addiction counselor. They're not dry. I know what dry looks like. What it is the problem with the people I'm talking about is they truly believe in the program. They truly believe in it. So because they truly believe in the program, anyone who fucks up, anyone who's having a problem, it can't be the program's fault. It has to be all their fault. These are the people who will go to Disneyland. And this isn't a real situation. I'm giving you a real example of a woman who would go to Disneyland and relive her childhood because she had a shitty childhood. Well, her own daughter is giving like blowjobs for crack cocaine on the street. And this daughter reaches out to her mom, like begging for money. So, yeah, she's going to get high, but she also wants to eat something. Or maybe sleep in a room that she didn't have to suck dick for. And no, it's more important that the daughter should learn whatever fucked up lesson there is to be learned in that. So that she can spend that money buying a churro and going on the fucking water slide, the big mountain water slide, and tell herself what a sober and good person she is. But let me just say this.
I've never heard that before.
I know. This is an example I've seen in real life.
Hold on.
I've got a better example.
The people you know in this program clearly aren't working the program properly.
And that's a proper criticism. I'm giving you an example from my own life. A better example would be, we know that there are Christians who go to church, who tithe money, and who obey the rules as they are stated in the gospel, but are horrible people. They are cold-hearted, they are cruel, they are hypocritical, they're terrible people in all ways. We can agree on that.
This guy's got me muted,
but there are people who, despite obeying the rules as they are written in the Bible, as it's interpreted by their church,
the only person that should judge you is God.
And I would say that AA as an organization is a huge problem.
That should be judging
a huge problem with people who are very pious about their
sobriety. Get him to unmute me right now. I'm about to
they are rotten individuals with regards to how they treat other people.
Tell him I'm very serious.
I've never heard of that before. I have a
Tell us I'm extremely serious right now.
Counselor. I've been an addictions counselor for 7 years.
I agree, Spez, that it works. AA can work. It helps my friends.
The program is a program of spirituality to learn to live life on life's terms. That means you don't walk around and shit on other people and act like a shitty person. You're supposed to apologize when you fuck up with things. Mm-hmm. Like, every person that I've known would go out of their way to like help a crippled person to go wipe their ass if they could.
Yeah, you know what?
So where you're getting this from, I mean, this might be like a weird Mormon culture that you're existing in. Like,
no, I'm an addictions counselor. I'm an addictions counselor. I've done that professionally for 7 years.
Again, but then they're not working a proper program. They probably don't have good sponsors.
Well, that's every place I've worked at, and I've worked at many places.
Where do you live? Are you in the Southwest?
I live in California, the Bay Area.
That explains everything. So you're trying to talk about being an addiction specialist in fucking California. You're out of your mind, bro. You are way out of your fucking mind.
I could criticize that logic. I think being an addiction specialist in an area that's flooded with addiction would give me a lot of experience in this sort of thing. Especially that I'm also part of a religion that has very strict rules about addiction, and I've also had experience myself with addiction. So, I mean, you're saying I have no experience here. That's
it doesn't leave you as a shitty person if you're working the program properly.
You can disagree
You're speaking from someone that lives as a Californian in 2024.
I'm sorry, but I'm a Republican. I'm a Republican, so save it.
I don't know. That has nothing to do with anything. Like that. It does. Even Tropic is giggling. Tropic is giggling.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. Bro, I've got friends. A lot of friends in the program. I've seen them do total 180s, have careers, develop families, become totally different people. And it's a program of spirituality to help you live life on life's terms. I pick their brains on this shit all the fucking time.
Buddy, I'm glad you're an armchair psychologist, but I'm an actual psych tech. My professional experience is different from
fucking California, dude. You might as well just be dude, bro, you're shitting on the dumbest things here.
Yeah, I don't like California either, but you don't get to just say, well, you're from California, so obviously you're retarded. That's
you're just a psychologist. You're a psychologist.
It doesn't matter what the fuck I am. You're using where I'm from as is this a serious conversation?
It is, because then the people out there that you fucking know aren't working the program.
I'm sorry, but that's a level of bigotry that even someone who advocates for race realism isn't going to tolerate. That's just actually being an ignorant dumb fuck.
You think anybody in this Discord server would take a psychologist from California even remotely seriously, let alone someone who even touches the Pacific Ocean? You honestly think that? You're out of your fucking mind.
I just don't think that's a serious statement. I'm just not going to validate that. I think if you honestly think that way, you're a dumbass.
You also have half this Discord server on mute right now, and I don't know what the fuck that's about. But that tells me more about you than it tells me about anything else here. So
yeah, I don't let people waste my time. A lot of people here are just shit stirrers. That's the sector, dude. Like you yourself are trying to tell me, well, you're from California, so you're professional.
Yeah, but you're also trying to blanket statement people that are in that program.
That's like a bullshit position. It's not a position that you'd honestly voice anywhere else. Because if you said something like that in real life, people would rightfully look at you like an idiot and disregard everything you said for the rest of your life.
Rightfully think you're an idiot.
And I get that it's the internet, but at a certain point, it gets to be a bit about you.
Versus what you
you want to have a conversation with me about
we're just gonna let you yap. We're just gonna let you yap.
Conversation. What was it about?
You can't even remember the conversation.
No, because that's what happens when you start saying stupid shit.
How do you even deal? How do you even fucking
I know
deal
California
with patience?
Is a shitty place. I'm not in
how do you deal with patience
in any way under any delusions about how shitty California is.
You have to mute people in here.
I'm not going to take you seriously if you're just going to bullshit.
Nobody in here takes you seriously. I don't even know who you are, and within 5 minutes,
then why
I
are you wasting my time?
You are not a serious
that's probably why I'm going to mute you. If you're not going to take me seriously, then it's in my
interest. Mute incoming. Here comes the news. You're about to get me into bed.
Go ahead. Add to the pile of bullshit that you're already displaying.
No, I'm just going to mute you. Goodbye. Fuck.
I'm just going to mute you.
But don't worry, I'm from California, so that shouldn't matter. I mean, you can laugh about it with all the other retards I don't really want to talk to. I'm sorry, you can say you win all you like. I don't want to play the game. He's talking to a muted person, by the way. Stupid.
He's talking to someone he's muted.
No, if I think you're an idiot, I'm just going to
He's still going. He's still going.
That's how it's going to be. That goes for all of you. If I think you're stupid or I think you're wasting my time,
this is what Shaggy does. He's talking about his thought process there. Let's mute someone that disagrees with me.
Well, I wouldn't fucking.
He literally just gave credibility to what I said, why you should not take anybody from California, let alone a psychologist from California.
Anyway, I just wanted to come back in here because, if I'm in the middle of a conversation, I just...
Yeah, I
mean,
I got spooked. I got spooked.
No, that's fine. I'm not staying. I don't... this really isn't my crowd to begin. People keep inviting me to these places. I don't look to. I've got my own cozy little server for just me and my friends. I don't typically come outside my neck of the woods. It's like people keep sending me invites to the teddy bear picnic. I don't. What the? It's not my fucking fault. Anyway, bye.
Right, we need a new lol Kai. We need someone else to milk.
Anyways,
it's funny that I guess when it was just me and Shalyn talking to him, he was happy to go off, but once you start giving him pushback, he loses it. Huh?
Yeah, he's an insufferable cunt. Let's be honest.
It annoys me whenever people take spotlight because I want the spotlight. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you guys think he actually goes to and fucks prostitutes, or is that just like a joke?
No, I think he does.
He sounds like a creep. I'm just being honest. Like, he sounds like a creep behind a computer.
Yeah.
He sounds like a spark, man.
Where they employed trafficked underage Korean girls.
Wow. So it's
I just didn't like his comments about the AA because I know people in that fucking program, and they've taught me things about myself that I was like, whoa, holy shit.
I mean, let's be honest. He doesn't clearly follow anything, and doesn't seem to believe anything.
Well, I've seen a lot of stuff about drugs in Skid Row. There was a Joe Rogan podcast that I watched that was 3 hours about a guy who interviews them, and he said he's interviewed about 5,000 people, and he could name 10 or 12 that actually recovered from whatever addiction. Most of it was fentanyl and stuff like that. So trying to recover in a state like California is really hard because of how accessible everything is.
Yeah, they push the whole. Okay, so if you took the whole Pacific Coast, Washington, Oregon, and California, it's practically just a no holds barred on every drug in the world, which is ridiculous. To begin with, number one, and nobody takes those states really that serious. If you're trying, they have, where do you think the term California sober comes from? Which is where you're still smoking weed or taking mushrooms and shit like that. I live in Florida, and I've gotten to know a lot of different people down here, and I've gotten to know people that are actually in recovery. So, one of the guys I work out with, he's in recovery. And the shit that he's thrown at me about what he does and what he teaches other guys to do and shit, that's real spirituality. They're not perfect people. Yeah, these were people that were doing heroin and alcohol and coke and all sorts of shit. They're not perfect, but they've done a total 180 in their lives. Of course that's true. I mean, it sounds like Shaggy, I don't know what has some kind of fake job through the church or his dad or something. I still don't even understand.
He told you he's unemployed.
So what's the thing about do you think he ever was a rehab counselor or whatever? Does anyone think that?
I think that he used to be, and that he provided underage kids with drugs during that time. So.
What?
Yeah, one of the old stories is that he would sell the kid drugs in the parking lot of his rehab thing.
Oh, what a cool guy. I can't believe he's in his 30s. Jesus, he looks like a little... Anyway.
He sounded older than that. He sounded in his 40s, 300 pounds.
No, he's a tiny guy.
Chair.
Yeah.
He sounds tiny and fat.
He's like a pipsqueak. What's up? But I'm assuming he's his parents are from the Bay Area. I'm assuming he's a hippie child. That's what he was saying, I guess. It makes total sense.
He said he was a Republican. I don't know where that came from, but Tropic started cracking up when he said that. He was what's that have to do with anything?
Said he was an Invader Zim fan.
What does that even mean? He's
he's
such irrelevant information.
He was probably like a Molgoth. I don't know. It'd be weird. When did Shaggy come in the internet?
Or just go into your Google. Just go into your Google search.
At least.
And do what?
I've been hearing about Mormon Shaggy for years. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Did someone say go to Google?
Go to Google. You can Google.
Yeah,
it.
if you go to Google and type in Mormon Shaggy, you'll see all the dumb shit that he's been up to over the years, like Siren Forms, Grant from Alcatraz. I don't even know what Grant. I think that's some Halo gay comic, like a gay Halo fan comic that Shaggy was into. Yeah.
Nice. Gotta look that up. Well, it seemed like he really had to jet fast. He was getting attacked, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there was one guy talking to him, and he had everyone else muted. So, yeah, that's about as much. Like,
nice.
I just happened to hear him talk about the AA shit. I'm like, who's this fucking retard?
Well, what did he say, that me and my wife don't count until we die?
That was the thing that pissed me off. He was like, oh, you and your wife don't have, like, real spirituality. And I was like, that's it. I'm grabbing my microphone.
Hell yeah.
Like, this guy's a fucking idiot. And, like, out of all people that I know, too, on this sector, you're probably one of the nicest people in this sector. And you've talked about, like, getting sober from drugs and shit like that. So I'm like... Obviously, he's got some spirituality going on here. You know,
yeah. I mean,
to a degree.
Yeah, it's just totally. It's just funny, the idea of like, well, you might be together for 12 years, but if you're not dead yet, like, all right, we'll wait to die. That's all you can do.
Well, first, I think Shaggy's just a LARPer, and it's all a character. Like, but besides the pedophilia stuff, he is like a weird fucking weirdo. But he uses Mormonism to, like, justify all that degenerate bullshit that he does, and he doesn't really believe in anything. That's what I've came to over the years of interacting with Mormon faggy.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay,
Mormonism. I was going to say Mormonism at its root basis is pretty much Masonry. It's all Freemasonry.
I don't know if Shaggy during like the last few hours, but he claims that the Mormon Church had some type of prostitution service where they were basically trafficking people and providing them to him.
They probably were. They are a cult, like, to a degree, the way that they function. I know people who tried to do business in Utah from Illinois, and they don't like anybody that's not one of them. Like, if you're an outsider, like, they will not do business with you. Like, that's kind of like a cult right there, so...
they're like Scientology.
What's his name? What's the founder of Mormonism called?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith was a Freemason. Freemasonry is also what formed the Protestant Church in England and did the whole, like, uprising against the Catholic Church in Europe, post 500 years ago. So, like, it's all Jewish Zionist bullshit.
Well, and ultimately, Joseph Smith was just, I guess everyone knows about it from, like, South Park. It was just he was looking at, like, looking into his hat and, like, spouting off nonsense, claiming they were plates he had found in like America. I don't know if you know that.
There's civilization in America, which is probably true.
There is. If you watch, there's a documentary on Mormonism and how much of it was just made up. Like, there's people like with the original plates and everything like that, and like they don't add up to like everything said, and like there's so many holes in the religion. But they are a nice group of people. I have Mormons in my family. They are very nice.
Yeah. I've had like people where I stayed at their house, and they were completely, the most kind, like welcoming people. So whatever. But yeah, the religion's kind of weird. But
unfortunately, them in Russia, the Mormons in Russia, are like the last bastions of white civilization. They're the only two groups of people primarily like saving the white race, if any, at all right now. But Mormons, I know a Mormon on Discord in this sector, and he's got like 6 kids. So they're doing their part. I'll say that much, but they are.
Utah, I think last month, just decriminalized polygamy in Utah. So,
I don't have a problem with polygamy, though. Like, I have a problem if you're, like, fucking a 13-year-old, but, like, if you got 2, like, adult consenting women you want to marry, like, go for it. Like, I don't see any problem with that. But that's just me.
As a Christian, polygamy is, you're supposed to be faithful to one wife, so kind of
I get it.
Christianity.
I get it. But
in a certain hypothetical society that still has honor, perhaps a man could bear multiple wives, if there was structure. But I don't know. I mean, you got to make it. You got to make your choice between one woman or the other. You're gonna favor one over the other. Not gonna be fair. Ultimately,
Solomon had 900 wives and concubines. He was supposed to be the smartest dude in the world. Like, yeah, right.
Sounds like a lot of drama. Then again, with a concubine, there is no drama. That's why, like, Shaggy favors the prostitutes, right? Because he's incapable of having a romantic relationship. So he thinks, like, fucking prostitutes is some, like, massive W. He knows it isn't a W.
Gracias a todos. And thank you all very much.